Hello everyone. I'm gonna give a couple minutes for people to file on in. Ignore this, I was messing a little bit with a Blood Rager. Which was okay. It's alright. I did not get enough sleep last night. Hot damn. So, there we go. Alright. So, I've taken some feedback from people, mostly people who have watched the recordings of this on YouTube. And so I have altered the sound values just a bit. The game should now be a little bit quieter, and my voice should be a little bit louder. And hopefully this overall balance isn't too bad one way or another. Of course, feedback is appreciated. I will probably be getting some feedback during the course of this stream in general, just to make sure that the balance is alright, because it's always a tricky thing with Twitch and recording, is figuring out, like, okay, yeah, what sounds good, what doesn't sound good, what's too high, what's too low. So, we are a bit further along in the patches, because they constantly are updating because of the beta and all that other stuff, so new bugs might appear, might disappear, anything else like that. Hopefully we never lose access to our save files. That would be unfortunate. So taking stock of the situation, our two characters here have filth fever. This is not good. We'll want to rest at Defender's Heart within a couple days. But right now, there's nothing we can really do about it, and, that's going to take several days, so we still have time to explore the square and a couple other places. We definitely don't want to spend too long out in the wild, as it were.
I know what to do.
Notably, Rin is slightly tapped on magic at the moment. She spent several of her spells. Mostly against Holren. But she's still good to go. We're out of lay on hands. We're out of healing magic.
This war must end.
I am yours to command.
I'm here. Where else would I be?
We still have a couple instances where it's like, alright, we're still okay-ish. Okay-ish. Brace of armor. Mage armor. I mean, that's fine. Mage armor's better. That's cool that they do that. But yeah. Sela has the torch just plain out. Let's swap that. Have Radiance out. Or Longsword of Right, that's right. Have that out, please. I've been seeing a lot of good feedback as well. Like, one thing, one suggestion that came out of Discord that I really hope they do is the ability to quote-unquote copy certain items on different weapon sets. For example, rather than have want a shield for every single weapon set. It would be nice to just be like, and rather than fucking, you know, I put away everything and draw a mace, just I put away my sword and draw a mace, and I still have my shield out as well. Yeah, that's definitely the big one that I saw. I'm like, I want that. I think Pillars of Eternity or an equivalent CRPG did that, and that'd be nice. Half plate +1. Oh, if only we had another person with heavy armor. Who, like, had really shit thing. Like, this would be amazing, and I'd even throw it on Seele if it weren't for the how just stupidly good at this level, specifically at this level, mind you. Can I please have the info? Just okay, fine. I cannot have the info for Adamantine. Well, let me explain. Adamantine gives damage reduction. And that means every time Seele would get hit in combat, she's taking 2 less damage than she would. And that's good. Now, admittedly, 3 more AC, well, 2 more AC rather, is also really good. Because it means you get hit less, but it's one of those things where most of the guys we have right now that we're fighting have clubs and daggers and aren't actually threats. So just making the occasional... What the... Who the fuck? Count Arendae's servant. Thank the gods, I found someone who's fleeing in a panic. Are you crusaders? Mercenaries? Bug report. Yeah, I should bug report that. I will probably do that on my own time. We don't want to see me report a bunch of bugs. I'm servant of Count Dayron Kael Navis Arendae. My lord's mansion is under attack by demons. Master himself and all his guests are trapped inside. House guards are nowhere to be found. Managed to escape through a servant's passage to look for help. Will you help me? Mansion's only a stone's throw away on the street next over. Count Arendae. I've seen him a few times before, from afar. He looked highly audacious. I confess he did capture my attention. That's neither here nor there. I wish to help him. Gratitude of a rich and influential man can only benefit us. You've heard about the Arendae family before. This wealthy nobleman Devian dynasty was almost wiped out by demons more than 10 years ago. Last surviving member of the family, the young Count Dayron, has an infamous reputation. He is well known for being a rake and a rogue. Misfortune continues to dog the house of Arendae, I see. Tell me, everyone tried to talk me out of taking up the position, saying I can't have just been bad luck and that brought tragedy down the family and almost kill offline. My reason that since my master was the only one to survive that calamity, it meant he must be blessed by fate and powers of good. It was nothing to sniff at either. Should have listened to people smarter than me and gone to work somewhere else, preferably far away from Canibus. Alright. I was working from dusk till dawn, back to dusk, and serving guests at the accountant's banquet. When the other servants came to relieve me at my post, I went to sleep. Next thing I know, wake up and there are demons inside the mansion. Couldn't even reach the count. Monsters blocked the way. The count's banquet was still going on. He and his guests were in the great hall, and as far as I could tell, the door to the room was sealed. Demons couldn't get in. I'm begging you, hurry. Mansion's doors are sturdily built, but the demons will have to work hard to get past them, so you still have time to rescue the people inside. Alright, sure. Bear off wandering from the street next over, through the passage I used to get out. Help, I'm begging you. I hate to think what the Count will do to me if I don't bring back help. Okay, sure. Why not? Let's get this Count Arendae. Could be nice to have someone like that. And who the fuck are you? I am the answer, but what is the question? The fact that we can't do anything with him? Watch it, watch it. What are you goons doing? You'll bloody crush me. A young tiefling lies trapped in the collapsed section of tunnel. Another two tieflings scramble around, trying in vain to free him from the rubble. Quit whining. Hey, psst, someone's coming. Maybe she'll help us? Wise up, would you, before you get us killed. Let's make a run for it while we still can. No, come on! Don't leave me, I'll die here! Like a crushed louse. Let's leave this place, mistress. This pathetic creature is not even worth spitting on. Hey guys, I see you're in a bit of a jam. Can't load this lot, and no escort either. Hold you, you little shit. How are you not dead yet? And who's that with you? Hey, they're friends of mine, great guys. Listen, do me a solid, help him drag his sorry carcass free. They'll repay you, cross my heart. Alright, I'll help. Clearing the rubble proves a bigger challenge than expected. By the time you finally free the trapped tiefling, you're ready to collapse with fatigue. I'm alive, and all in one piece, give or take. Thank you, I'll remember your kindness for the rest of my life. You two clowns, I don't want to hear a word out of you. Get into the tunnel now. One trip, just to the Grey Garrison and back. Don't be a coward, it's not going to collapse. Go, or else we came all this way for nothing. That ended well, didn't it? Shh, not now, talk later. Come clean. Who are you? Alright, don't hurt us. People call us the Thieflings. We kind of skirt around the edges of the law, and that's how we make our living. Say some tyrant bands that show stuff you don't like, or fancy Keonan wine you don't drink. Is it wrong if we step in to fill the gap in the market? There's demand for it, someone's gotta sell it. Don't go thinking we're gangsters or anything. Our only concern is making the lives of citizens easier for a little coin. People in the city can't even breathe without breaking some stupid regulation or restriction. Take this column that collapsed on top of our friend, for instance. Leads straight to the Grey Garrison. Thanks to any soldier whose throat's feeling a little dry, who's needing some nighttime reading material, we can get all the things for him that his heartless superiors refuse to. We were providing a public service. You know, you can help me and Commander Cherubay to save Kenabris. The militia needs people with various skills, even ones as unusual as yours. You what? Are you blind or something? Know what people call us? A Arilus spawn, and that's one of the nicer nicknames. Crusaders and tieflings don't miss. We'll be torched on sight. Whoa, 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 whoa. Tirabade? Irabeth Tirabade from the Eagle's Watch? Lads, we have to help her. It's one of the only big shots in this town that'll actually treat us with any decency. Or should we risk our necks for the Crusaders? Because Irabeth risked her necks for ours. She saved me from that creep Holgren, yanked me straight out of his torture chamber. Only a worthless Torite would refuse to help her out after that. Nuh-uh, I'm not listening to any more of this. You do what you want, I'm hanging for the River Kingdoms. Go on then, I'm going with the Crusaders. I'm gonna round up the others to help. We made some good money in the city. It'd be a shame to surrender our meal ticket to the demons. But enough yammering, so long. We found a way into the Grey Garrison. We've also recruited some help, which is, also good. Thieflings have joined the Crusaders.
I know the way.
I'm sure they mean us no harm, right?
Alright. Ah, shit. We're just running away, which is fine.
What a mess!
And he's dead. He just kind of lazily drifts across the ground. Despite all the city's troubles, the statue of Iomade towers proudly over the street. I like that Sela takes a moment to pray. That's actually a really cool thing, that she takes a moment to pray before Iomade. That's really cool. Okay, that's not great. Let's see if there's other ways around. Where are we? We're over here. There's still stuff over here. Let's go here. How is our experience doing? we're a good chunk of the way through to level 9. I mean, level 4, rather. Level 9? That'd be really great. Hot damn, we'd be really rolling in it. Let's see here. Oh, treasure.
I'll go ahead.
Oh, hey, we found a remnant. I will take the gold and the camping supply. Oh, wait, camping supplies don't do anything anymore. So, camping supplies, they did mention in a recent update, no longer do anything. Camping supplies don't do shit anymore. So, with that in mind, let's go ahead and get rid of them. These people were not killed by demons. Their mortal wounds were inflicted by ordinary weapons.
Let me draw the first blood.
Here comes a barbarian. 2 barbarians. And... Hey! We have a new sub. Thank you very much. I believe, let me double check that. I believe that might be a over on the on the YouTubes, but that is fine as well. I am certainly not complaining. Yep. That would definitely be where. Yay! I'm surprised it's actually telling me about YouTube subscribers, which, I mean, you know, again, I'm not complaining. But we have a new person. Let's see here. Well, I mean, I guess that would make sense, given that I can use this to stream to YouTube directly if I ever wanted to do that as well. The banded mail is almost double its weight in gold, and the great clubs are double their weight in gold. That's generally a good sign for me to grab something, even if it's heavy. Is it worth its weight in gold? Is it worth double its weight in gold? The great clubs are heavy, but they're double their weight.
This is my kind of work.
Like, it's one reason I grabbed the crossbows, is it's like triple the weight in gold for the crossbows.
All according to plan.
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
We got a frickin' trap over here.
Pretty good, aren't I?
And what we got in here? Stories told by spirits, The Knight with Harrowed Hands, Cannabis Medium Alliance Publishing. Oh, I kind of want to read that. Hold on. I'm curious about that. The demon puts 2 plates on the table in front of me, on each a bleeding human heart. Look, he says. The right one belongs to a noble and righteous man, a loyal servant of Iomedae. The left one is the heart of a murderer and a scoundrel. But something tells me they taste exactly the same. I remain silent and don't move. I couldn't if I tried. My hands is pinned to the wide armrest with a knife thrust to the hilt. The other is similarly pinned helplessly on the table. The demon circles and carefully brushes a strand of hair that's stuck in my forehead. Your silence saddens me. Don't waste your time on this performance, monster, I say. I scarcely have the energy to breathe. If you wish to torture me, go ahead. If you want to kill me, then kill me. My life is in your hands, while my soul is not and never will be. The odds and plates in front of me continue oozing blood. They've only just been ripped from their owners' bodies. The right one apparently belonged to my partner. The left, to the criminal we were escorting. But the demon had set his lair in the old mill, killed without discrimination. He walks around the armchair, stops behind my back, placing a clawed hand on my shoulder. This is not a performance at all. It's a feast, and I will be seated. No, not on this. You can see my eyes still in hearts. With you. It's your heart that's in front of me right now. So helpless. The claws on my shoulder tighten a bit. God has helped me endure. After a moment, the demon continues. You know what you don't understand, you zealous servants of law and good. He seems to like the sound of his own voice. It was you who brought us to your land. The more of you who gather here at the edge of the world wound, so brave, burning with righteous wrath, the more like me will come from the abyss. It's not because we want to win a war and conquer your world. Perhaps our lords want this, but trust me, they are as far removed from their subjects as your lords and kings are from you. For the persistent and the proud, who won't break. No, we come for those like you. For the persistent and the proud, who won't break until the end. For those whose suffering is sweet, and lasts and lasts. For the sweets. He appears in front of me again, licking his lips. I well know they'll never grant me a quick death. Well, that's disturbing. We will take the smoking pipe and leave the camping rations. Well, this place is dark as sin.
I know the way.
These fighters must have been caught off guard. They died before they could even draw their weapons. Bodies are covered in a thin layer of ice that's slowly melting. Scroll of fairy fire and scroll of sea invisibility. It's strange.
I will help where I can.
I don't like this. A super dark room. Dead bodies everywhere. Yeah, heal up a bit. Like, there's just something about this that is screaming we're about to get attacked by a Gru. I mean, I know Grus aren't in this. But exactly, the idea applies. Where I'm just like, you know, everything about this is sus as fuck.
Time's not waiting.
Don't I have light as a cantrip? I do! Woljif. Wait, why am I putting light on the fucking rogue? Shit. Well. Oh, the previous casting is dispelled. Okay. Yeah, let's put it on the paladin. Can he cast light? He can. You know what? Cast it on Rin.
Soot is restless. I
You
wonder
cast
why.
light. You can. Cast on yourself. Why not? Oh! In the entire party, we can only have one
Focus
casting
on
of
the
light.
goal.
That's dumb. That's really dumb. We can only have one casting in the entire party. I mean, it doesn't matter, but it's the principle of the thing.
Follow my lead.
Clear the blockage. Rin got hit by ice, and suddenly there's demons. Shit, fuck.
In due time.
Something's not right here. Alright.
I am
Well, I don't trust this. Let's get that. Let's get the temporary hit points real quick. Alright, let's see here. They spawn from here. Hold on. Like, let's see. They spawn from here. Dretches don't do ice. Caught off guard. Covered in a thin layer of ice that's slowly melting. So that was recent. That was recent. They did not spawn. They were either summoned or were invisible. And dretches don't do invisibility. Which means something summoned them. And well, you got the two anti-invisible scrolls. I was getting there. I was like sitting there going, you know.
I need to concentrate. Becoming the distracted leads to becoming dismembered.
Let's cast Fairy Fire over there.
Go.
Alright, let's try it again.
Go.
What is our modifier? +5. Ah, the DC is 21. Well, luckily we can just keep attempting.
Go.
Nope.
Ready for anything.
Oh, did the... We should have the +1 health. Why are we not getting the +1? Oh, God! Well... Let me just, turn on turn-based mode. Hello, it's a shadow demon. Okay, that's not good. That's really not good. Okay, yeah,
Time to share your
sneak attack
treasures.
it. Okay, please use your spiritual weapon enhancement
Go for
and
their
fucking
heart!
stab him. Yeah, there we go. Windwog, you're fine where you are.
They'll
Just
beg me
shoot
to
him.
stop.
Please shoot him. Okay. Fuck. Alright. Arcane weapon enhancement.
This should do it.
And do you have any Smite Evil left? You do. Smite the fucking Shadow Demon.
Into the fray.
Alright. Ember. Vulnerability curse on him, please. Just one round of vulnerability. Okay, that's fine.
Distract them from me.
I'm all right. Just sit here.
Sela's
Don't worry
Sela's
about me.
down. The Shadow Demon almost is too. Oh, oh dear. Okay. That was close. That Shadow Demon could have really fucked up our day. Camellia, have the wand of Cure Light Wounds, please. I'm gonna save those other potions for in-battle healing. And heal Rin. Alright, that'll have to do. I don't want to waste too many charges. Oh dear. Alright, let's go ahead and clear the blockage now.
Stupid thing.
Time passed 4 hours. Ugh. We're all fatigued. For how long? Oh, permanent.
No
Ooh,
mistakes.
that's great. The whole Souls trilogy. Neo is tough because of the fact that it's much faster paced. Like, the game has more in common with Ninja Gaiden than it does with Souls.
This is my kind of work.
We got Wicked Longbow. Whenever this +2 composite longbow, +2? Holy shit! Confirms a critical hit on an enemy, the target must pass will saving throw DC 20, or suffer a curse. -1 to will, -2 to fortitude, -3 to reflex. Hot damn,
I
Windwalk,
crave
you...
your commands.
Congratulations, lady, on getting a stupidly good bow for your level. A +2 longbow at level 3? Hot damn. The dodge is trash. Depends on your encumbrance. I haven't found the dodge to be that bad. It's a 2-part dodge. To do the rolling, you have to dodge again in the middle of a roll, and that has more iframes. It's just
I know.
it really
Ray.
depends on how armored you are. Okay, we are all fatigued. That means we have to rest soon. Just can't dodge it. Yeah, it takes a lot of timing. It took me a while. Like, I practiced on the Horse Demon, for lack of a better term, for a long time. And then I mastered the, well, I wouldn't say I mastered. I got a lot better at dodging. The golden curled Asimar greets you with a graceful bow. I mean, Agile Ninja is a completely viable build. Just, yeah. You have to learn timing. It's definitely not Dark Souls dodging. Neo is a game where, for Dark Souls veterans, I tell them, don't treat it like Dark Souls. I have nowhere else to run. I'm at your mercy. Kill me if you wish, but I ask you, hear me out first. Did you really know about the attack before it happened? I did. We have a secret ally in the enemy's ranks. No one knows who this brave soul is, but she's been feeding us information about the demon's plans. These dispatches have come to us by the most reliable channel bestowed to us by the Great Dreamer herself. They come to us in dreams. Prelate Tolerant brushed them off as meaningless reveries. And while I admit that it's not always easy to distinguish our allies' messages from ordinary dreams, even ordinary dreams are gifts from Desna, and are always worthy of attention. The Prelate, and all the Crusade leaders for that matter, should have put less store on reason, more on intuition, inspiration, and spontaneity. The longer this coward blathers on, the more I want to give in to inspiration and spontaneously knock his teeth out. What's more, not long before the attack on the city, a blind elf who calls himself the Storyteller arrived in Kenabris. This wanderer wasn't merely a collector of legends, but a scholar of the unknown. According to him, the Wardstone in our city, the first and most important in the chain of Wardstones, weakened since long ago, was teetering on the brink of corruption. It seems that the Red Morning Massacre and other demon attacks, even the ones we fended off, did not leave us unscathed. Unfortunately, the prelate did not wish to listen to the Storyteller either. We're lucky he wasn't burnt at the stake as a heretic. We had such vital information on our hands, information that could have saved the city. No one cared to listen. All the way to the catastrophic end. Not all dreams have benign origins. What if those dreams were sent by demons? In a different time and place, someone perhaps could have become the victim of false dreams sent by monsters. But it's here in the war with the Abyss, the gods is keeping a close eye on our most faithful followers. I have no doubt that if a demon tried to intrude upon the dreams of any one of us, death's punishment would have been swift. Tell me about the strange rituals that were going to be performed in the Wardstone. When my attempts to open Holren's eyes ended in failure, a few of my young adepts resolved to take matters into their own hands. They did not consult me before doing so, but I have never demanded iron discipline from my priests. Army commanders may have subordinates, but I have pupils and fellow worshippers. I can only inspire them, I cannot command them. It seems they were inspired all on their own. They had no ill intent, they only wished to access the Wardstone in secret and try to cleanse it. To Holren this became perform a suspect ritual after hearing even more suspect voices in their dreams. The children wanted to save their city, but the Inquisitors detained them and almost killed them. I had to intervene. I used my authority and my powers of cleric to give them a chance to flee. If they hadn't gone away, they were destined for a cell in the Prelate's dungeons. Quite likely, death. Why are you and Holren feuding? Oh, I'm not feuding with him. I sincerely wish only the best for the man. In an ideal world, he'd be far away from the front lines enjoying a peaceful retirement. Even if that is impossible, I have always tried to help him fulfill the mission he has taken upon himself, to which he has proved fatally ill-suited, protecting Kenabris against the demons. Unfortunately, he is convinced that the followers of Desna are heretics and saboteurs. He refused to listen to me. It was only the knightly orders that deterred him from including us in his witch hunt. Now there's clearly no one left to stand in his way. He's finally free to be rid of us once and for all. Why haven't you left this place for somewhere safer? Because people might need my help. And they will come to the temple in search of a priest. I will not hide away in a hole, saving my own neck, while Kenabris is full of people suffering in the wake of the demon's attack. Holren is dead. I am sorry for this. Really, I am truly sorry. Holren did not understand what he was doing. He did so much harm, but he sincerely believed that he was fighting for the good of the city and the entire Crusade movement. In another position, he could have done so much good. What other tidings do you bring? I don't want to believe that Kenabris has fallen, that everyone is dead and there's no one left to fight. Please tell me, are there pockets of resistance still left in the city where I can be of some use? Irabeth Terabate of the Eagle Watch is gathering survivors in the Defender's Heart Tavern. It would be very useful there. Commander Terabate? I do not know her personally, but her wife and Nevi is a regular worshipper at our temple. I'd be glad to aid them in this fight. I have to go. Wait! 3 of my adepts are hiding somewhere in the ruins of the city. The ones the Inquisitors wrongly accused of treason. I beg you, find them and protect them against the demons and vigilantes like Holren. They will not rest until they find them. Thank you for listening to me and defending me. I'll go now to the Defender's Heart. I hope to see you there. May Desna keep you. Stranger, wait! You spared Ramian despite what the Mad Inquisitor told you. Oh, hang on, I forgot to remove the spell. Help Holren's dogs aren't lurking nearby. A pale youth materializes before you. His face looks haggard from lack of sleep, but he's clearly pleased to be speaking to someone. So you're one of the Desna adepts that tried to break into the Wardstone. Yes, I am Ilks, cleric of Desna, one of the people who answered the call of the voice in dreams. Some unknown person made contact with us through our dreams, telling us about the demon's plans. We learned the demons were planning to attack Kenabris and do something terrible to our Wardstone, which already carries the taint of corruption. Prelate Holren refused to heed our warnings. We had to make a choice. We could either throw up our hands and pull back, or take action, even though it could cost us our lives. But what heartless person would stand by in the face of such a deadly threat? What were you planning to do to the Wardstone? Our plan was to get to it and then follow our instincts.
There were 3 of us, a cleric, a mage, and a bard. Between us, we know a lot. We're capable of a great deal. We'd had enough time. I'm sure we could have figured out what's wrong with the Wardstone and how to heal it. They didn't give us time. Yes, local commanders got roped into dealing with this. Some idiots, kids, trying to break into the Wardstone. Apparently some of ours, but who even knows these days? I know there's no evil in you. I can sense things like that. What you did was so stupid and impulsive. Someone could have gotten hurt. I know from experience. So how'd you even come up with such a plan? How could we not come up with that plan? Listen, Desna is the goddess of luck, but luck as many lay people would understand it, and luck as we, the followers of the music of the spheres, see it, are far from the same thing. Other people believe that luck is something good that falls in your lap just because, like a generous but unearned reward. We see luck as a fundamental law of creation, according to which even in the darkest hour of the most hopeless situation, a chance to rescue and change for the better can arise. But you got to seize this chance when it presents itself, or better yet, create your own. Followers of Desna are not people who like idleness and inaction. That's why when Kennebrus was in trouble, we did as our goddess had taught us. We took the matter into our own hands and tried in a moment of desperation to pluck our chance from the hands of fate itself. You were trying to help. Can they punish you if you were trying to help? Is that allowed? You went up against Holren, he's the official governor of the city. What of it? Submitting to unworthy leaders is one of the great ills of our civilization. We will never defeat the demons if we keep listening to people like Holren. Only someone who is strong can refuse to submit to strength. Either you are a master, or you are seeking a master to rule over you. Or else everyone will end up in your situation, getting themselves killed, or hiding in fear. Whose voices have you been hearing in your dreams? Nobody knows what it is, but everyone who has heard her, I should say, is convinced that she's a good and pure soul, chosen by Desna. We had a choice. We could trust her, except that we have an ally somewhere who isn't afraid of all the armies of the Abyss. We could drown in suspicions, get one step closer to becoming just like Holren. We decided to trust the voice, and seeing Kennebrus devastated, which is what our own known ally tried to prevent until the very end, I can now see the truth on their side. Where are your fellow worshippers? How many of them are there? Fortunately or unfortunately, I don't know where they are. We split up to confuse the Inquisitors who were chasing us. Do you need help? Doesn't teach us to trust in last chances? Listen, my friends are called Aranka and Thal the Wallflower. Aranka is an amazing singer and a truly beautiful girl. She has plenty of friends and fans. She's probably blended into a crowd somewhere. Wallflower's a mage, but I don't think he'll risk using magic. He'll only bring the Inquisitors down on him. It'll be harder to find. You better find Aranka first. She might know where Wallflower is. Please. Find them and protect them against the demons and the Inquisitors. I will wait news in the goddess's temple. I hope our mysterious helper will send us a new message and reveal what has come from the demons. I have to go. Go. May Desna be with you, stranger. Well,
Might be trap, might be
people
treasure.
are all rather exhausted, but we should press on just a bit. It sucks. And these are just basic random guys, so let's go ahead and kill them. We have a really tough front line. Really solid front line. You know, a lot of magic available to us. Hot damn. I'll take a Scroll of Ray of Sickening and a Masterwork Dagger. Hell yeah.
I'll go ahead.
Da, 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 da.
You'll make a fine trophy.
Oh god, that's a demon.
mess up about.
Take you!
You are today's sacrifice!
Ooh, God, it has a lot of attacks.
A calculated risk.
Curse it.
Stabby or zappy? Why not both?
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
You know what? Oh, can we not? We cannot 5-foot step. Oh, that's not good. I think that's a known bug, but that's not good. Well, if it won't let us 5-foot step. Fuck it,
It
daze
should
him.
work. Is it
Target hit
flawed?
die is too high. Okay. Do you have other spells? Nothing that really comes in handy right here, other than Enlarge Person. Can you not cast that? Okay, apparently not.
I'll rip you apart!
This will hurt.
Alright, we got him. The enemy Babao avoids negative effects through spells because of their spell resistance. Oh. Well, that's
You
not good.
won't stop us.
Cover me, all right?
Into the fray!
He had a cold iron short spear. Okay, that's pretty decent. Cold iron short spear +1, rather. Oh yeah, and dwarven stout. 4 gold. I'll take the gold. That is fine.
My tail is twitching. Must be a sign.
All according to plan.
All right. Well,
Follow me.
let's see what's around here.
Bah, not this time.
Somebody ripped lumps of flesh from these dead bodies.
They will break against our
Oh, God.
resolve.
Ghouls!
No match for me.
I'll hit you!
Okay, that's not good. Do you have an offensive? You do.
advance about this far and good old Acid Splash because not a ton of other options. Wendwog, meanwhile, is going to fucking be a beast.
Too late for apologies.
The light. Take you.
Luckily, they weren't that hard. A short, hooded figure is poking out some bodies laying in the middle of the street. The stranger drags the first body off the road, respectfully props it up against the wall, and places his corpse hands on its chest. The figure then freezes as if hesitating. You see him reach out his hand towards the beautiful gold amulet hanging around the corpse's neck. He jerks his hand back, hesitates, and reaches out again. Well, look what we have here. Living corpses, are we? What'd you expect? Almost everyone is dead. See, now belongs to demons in the road. Rats, crows, and creatures like this one. The stranger almost jumps out of his skin, and the hood falls from his head. And a mop of red curls, a round halfling face looks up at you. Oh, phew! I thought you were demons. Good day to you, good lady. Carl, is that you? Halfling looks up at Sela and smiles broadly. Oh, Lady Sela, you're alive! Goodness me, that's the second bit of good news on an otherwise lousy day. What's the first bit of good news? Stick around and see for yourself. Do you know this person, Sela? Meet Rimby, better known as Curl. He hails from Kenbris, and he fights in the Condemned. He's one of a kind, a rogue with a heart of gold. Curl, it's probably none of my business. You should ask yourself if what you were about to do is right. Halfling's cheeks flush, and he hides his hands behind his back. I just thought... Oh, it doesn't matter. Can you tell me anything about what's going on in the city? Afraid not, good lady. I just left the Defender's Heart. Before that, I was holed up in there, too scared to leave. While spending all that time on Commander Earbet's nose sure was something. She's a strict one. Phew! And when she gets antsy... Don't even start. I've had enough of her breathing down my neck to last a lifetime. So what are you doing here, robbing corpses? No! Rimby Curl may be a rogue, but he doesn't loot corpses. I just need to get these poor lads' bodies off the road. My friends and I are on a terribly important mission we need to get through. He is interrupted by the sound of wheels rolling on the paving stones. A cart drawn by a sad little horse appears from around the corner. A pretty half-elf is driving it. A young man in knight's armor is walking alongside. Even from distance, you can see his tanned face and his blue eyes shining brightly. Halfling streams up. See, a terribly important, very heroic mission. My friends and I are saving a beer cart from the demons. Helen of the Houndhearts. As he's speaking, the newcomers notice you, and the knight cries out in jubilation. Sela, I never thought I'd see you again. I thought you were headed to Main Square to center the demons' attack. Dan Aldori. The half-elf smiles warmly at Sela. Hey, friend. Glad to see you're alright. When we got separated by the crowd at the celebration, I knew right away that something was wrong. When demons appeared all of a sudden, I realized that was the reason why I've been so anxious. I couldn't find you among the dead in the square, so I kept my hopes up, and I was proved right. Sela's face lights up with joy. So you're the other bit of good news Curl was talking about. You and Jana are alive. Actually, by good news, I meant we found the beer cart. Sir Elian and Jana being alive amounts to a quarter of a bit of good news. Well, maybe half. A beer cart? How about sharing with us? I'm sure we could all do with a drink. Half-elf winks rakishly. Certainly. Give me your flask, friend. And if you walk with us to Defender's Heart, we can have a more thorough sampling of the spoils there. Jan, there's no need. The heart is very close, and the three of us will be enough to fight off an attack if there is one. Besides, our friend her surely has better things to do. More important things than carrying barrels of beer, I'll wager. By the way, name is Elin. Sir Elian of the Houndhearts. Glad to meet anyone who survived the madness. You haven't told me how you knew Sela. I'll save that story till we're back at the Defender's Heart. You're going back there, aren't you? We'll have a reason to toast our spoils. Now, there is an option here to tell him that Curl was considering robbing the corpse. But Rin isn't the type to just do that. That's on Curl's conscience. Because he didn't actually do it. We caught him in it. We already reprimanded him. No need to go,
blabbing on to the night that Curl was trying to rob a corpse. We're sure to meet again, either in the city or at Defender's Heart. Sure you will. Come to the tavern. We'll celebrate the valiant rescue of this barrel together. And there is a necklace. But there's also an eye. We'll take the eye. And Rin's not that big of a hypocrite. She would not then take the necklace now that she's just told someone, hey, why the fuck are you taking a necklace? So sweet it is to kill. Fools!
Tear your throat out.
Ooh, that's sneak attack damage.
No glory without risk!
Wendwog is going to unleash hell. And Rin's gonna have to support.
Surrender or else.
Alright, that's all she can do. Alright, time for Wooljeff to, you know, do rogue things.
I'll cut you wide open.
The Inheritor, guide my blade!
There we go. Oh, potions, yes. Give me the potions. Oh, and some half plate. Hell yeah, that's triple the weight. And gold.
Oh. Well, that happened.
Gray hair, ashen skin. What kind of foul magic could possibly do this to a person? Demon magic?
This is my kind of work.
There we go.
I know the way. We will be
Zombies!
victorious!
Into the fray!
And the zombie is dead. I'm gonna move Acid Splash onto the quick bar just because it's a good option for walking up and sneak attacking like that.
I'll rip you apart. You won't stop us.
Everyone's moving a bit slower because they're fatigued. We really need to... Oh god, that's a shadow!
That's not good. Ah, that's really not good. Shit. Fuck. Okay. Take on the shadow, please. Windwog, kill the shadow.
Beg me to stop.
Thank goodness. Shadows, I believe, I could
I'll
be
hit
wrong,
you.
can level drain. Shadows are deadly.
Go for their hearts!
Let's try this way.
Time to share your treasures.
The fact that we can sneak attack the undead is bullshit, because we can't sneak attack undead. At least rules is written. But you know what? I'm fine with this.
Call me again if you need to.
The dug up graves and other clues indicate that a necromancer has recently conducted a ritual here. I didn't do it! Wasn't me. Can't prove it.
In due time.
We are really, like, low on stuff. Oh, well, I'll drink one. We do have a few more potions now, so we can spend a few on getting a bit more, a bit healthier. There we go.
I will fight.
We don't need the turn-based for just simple.
Your pain is my pleasure.
Oh god, we do for shadows. Well, maybe. Maybe not. Okay.
I must rest to fight
Those were
another day.
I'll go
lesser
ahead.
shadows. I'll take the animal hide, the gold coins, and the fairy mushroom. And all that. Good boy. What's over here? Let's find out.
I'll
Oh, God.
bathe in your blood.
Pulls are down.
I know the way.
I won't let you hurt my friends.
The fatigue befalls even the best.
Together we stand.
Okay, he made the fortune save. Good. Even the huge pile of junk isn't enough to block out the exclamations coming from beneath it. Reveal, O dearest darling beauty mine, why didst thou turn thy gaze on me, pray tell? Thy husband nigh called friend a time, but love 'tis like an ocean, friendship a well. But Willis, how are we to live, my sweet? Booms a deep masculine voice in response from beneath the same pile. And the sink rustling follows. Pass me the will you? Hey, who's there? Pile of junk seems mistake. Sage whisper drifts up from below. Granny, let's not answer. He thinks there's be demons calling down and trying to trick us. In that case, there's nothing for us to do but accept our fate. Madam, demon or not, we are actors from the finest theater in Cannabis, the next door theater. We were trapped in the cellar during a rehearsal. Wait, what? We're trapped in here? I thought we'd barricade ourselves in here away from the demons, deliberately. If you didn't nap through the start of every rehearsal, Master Cam, you would be better informed. The ensuing exchange degenerates into a string of unintelligible bickering. Alright, we'll move the pile of junk. Pile moves, but a crack sounds similar below. Oh dear. Instead of sighting to sight, the whole lot tumbles to the ground. Hear what sounds like a heavy object crashing through the cellar door. Oh, darlings, are you all alive? Thing crushed our only skull prop. Went to so much trouble to get off that anatomy professor who gave the lecture in the town hall. Ah, so that's why the professor was explaining the structure of his skull using a sloppily carved pumpkin. An actor, not a thief. I didn't leave him without visual aid for his audience. The door is open. Now we are completely at the mercy of whoever's up there. It really is a demon. We have nothing to fear. With the power of inspiration, after all. But hand me over my ladle and that rolling pin. Now look, it's not a demon at all. Greetings, kind friend and rescuer. I am Grandma Gretman, theater director, and these are the members of my company. Granny, that's not a ladle, that's one of the props from the Malevolent Lich performance. The one Tina made, it's a scepter or something. She made it out of my ladle. She wanted to use a broom handle, but I put paid to that idea. Oh, I've seen your show. You're very funny, especially your part where the woman slowly climbs onto the chair while singing, and then falls off again. Well, it's actually a great tragedy about unrequited love. The chair, you see, it represents a tower of rock rising up above the raging sea, like the finger of a giant. The woman, she isn't supposed to fall, but rather gracefully cascade into the swirling abyss below, just like I showed her 100 times. But I'm glad you liked it. What are you doing down there? We were rehearsing. Our art distracts us from fear and panic. She waves her ladle emphatically, doing a fair impression of a conductor. Really? When I'm scared, I eat. We tried that too, but our supplies ran out. But art! Oh, art is eternal. Can you get somewhere safe? Oh, don't worry on our account. We'll be going to our basement in the next street. That's where our Lambkin is. Not afraid of demons when Lambkin's around. Lambkin? Lambkin, says Friendly. Our male lead. They'll protect us. Don't worry, we know what we're doing. I have to go. Thank you again for rescuing us, stranger. Today you did a great service for Mendevian culture, and perhaps the culture of all Golarion. You will certainly be remembered in future eras as the one who saved the critically and publicly acclaimed Next Door Theater. I love it.
Our victory is certain!
And demons, of course. Our people are tired, hungry, little sleep and comfort. Our spells are utterly spent. We really need to get back to the Defender's Heart and rest soon, I believe. But we still have time to look to. Oh god. City's fallen at last. How glorious! Now I can stop pretending to be a shopkeeper and spend all my time on my true passion. Reanimating the dead. Oh, I love him.
Enemy approaching!
I love him. Oh, that's fucking great. Okay, so we're gonna just sleep on Why can't I sleep? Fucking uh-oh. Zombies!
The light take you!
Well, holy shit! Today on getting 27 damage
You are
because of
today's
crit.
sacrifice.
That's tasty.
Distract them from me.
Oh, this is turning out very well. Vulnerability curse. He's still vulnerable for a turn.
The inheritor.
You can't
Guide
actually
my
stop that.
blade.
Oh. And he's
This
down.
should do it.
Oh, I guess
spirits
just
demand your
stab them while they're
blood.
down.
Stab you or zap you. Why not both?
Too late for apologies.
No glory without risk.
A calculated risk.
Well, it's gonna be awkward.
I'll cut you wide open.
Yeah, this is definitely awkward.
Surrender or else.
Well, the Necromancer is disabled. Oh god, he was disabled. Well, Rin's blind.
Cover me, all right?
That's not good. You know what? And he's asleep.
This will hurt. Let's try this way.
I think he's awake now. And we have Dark Horn, Masterwork Glaive, Masterwork Glaive.
I see something over there.
Spheres and corpses are laid out in a neat pattern in preparation for an unknown ritual.
My tail is restless.
What did you see,
We're
Windwalk?
such a good team.
What did you see, Windwalk? Fuck. Did you see that? Either way.
I serve only myself.
There we go. All right. That's almost everything in this town. Almost. I didn't forget about stuff over here.
I know what to do. Focus on the goal. This is bad. We don't have a way to remove blindness. Rin's just plain blind right now. Holy shit. Does anyone have a way to remove blindness? Like a potion? That's not good. That's really not good. Because Rin's now just blind. She'd be freaking out a bit. This is a situation where now she would be like, let's head back to the Defender's Heart because there are clerics there, and holy shit, I'm fucking blind. Does Camellia have access to this spell? Let's find out. Does Camellia have access to this spell? Remove paralysis. Remove fear. Oh my god, she doesn't have access to remove blindness. Oh dear. Do you? I wouldn't think so, but you know, like, fuck. We don't. Okay. Well, that sucks. Alright. Right. Yeah, we have to head back to Defender's Heart. Because we can't remove this. We don't have the means to remove this.
Just don't blame me.
Oh, we all fell down. Good job. Oh boy, this is fucking great. Oh fuck. Okay.
casting Slumber. Cast Slumber on him. Why? Okay, can you attack? Okay. Hell's bells.
Time to share your treasures.
Well, Rin's kind of fucked. So what the best thing Rin can do is start throwing this out, the Light of the Angels. Seela is nauseated. Sickened, rather. Oh, that's fucking great. Oh, goody. More people are summoned.
Distract them for me.
Well, Rin,
This should do it.
use your sword. You actually hit. Wow, good job.
I'll rip you apart!
A sickened, tired, and blind, you managed to smack someone.
Into the fray!
Operane sentes.
Stab you or zap you? Why not both?
A calculated
All right, Rin.
risk.
Yeah, you're gonna fucking miss a lot. That's fine, honestly, at this point.
They'll beg me to stop. Go for their hearts!
Alright, we're pulling through despite the bullshit. Master of Bardiche. Some touch. I'm actually surprised we're doing this well. How long does the sicken last? Oh, a minute. That's not good.
We will win this war.
Can you, like, treat afflictions on Rin? That. Oh, treat affliction can work against the disease. It can just remove the disease. Okay, sure. That's cool. Oh dear.
Cover me, all right?
No match
Wendwog,
for
it's
me.
up to you to carry the day. Oh dear. Oh dear.
This was not part of the plan.
Okay. You slumber him. Yeah, there you go.
The light. Take you.
Nice crit, nice crit. I'll take it.
Time to share your treasures.
Nice crit. I'll fucking take it. Rin's down.
You are today's sacrifice! I'll hit you!
Distract them for me.
I'll rip you apart!
Club with nails. This +1 club has nails that deal additional 1d3 piercing damage per hit. Alright, yeah, that's totally an enchanted weapon. Okay. That's hilarious to me. Masterwork dagger and a bunch of normal daggers. I'll take the Masterwork dagger. What are you using, by the way? You are using Masterwork dagger, Masterwork dagger. 2 Masterwork daggers. Bodies have a variety of wounds. One is covered in burns, others weapons or claw marks. It's safe to assume they were decapitated post-mortem.
We should go back. This place isn't for us. It's too open. Enemy could come from anywhere.
No, Mongrel stares straight ahead, gripping his blade in a trembling fist. No, not one step back. This is our test. Don't look at anything but the target. It's also +1. I mean, that is true.
Pathetic. You're not ready to face real battle.
Let's see what's left of you afterwards. What are you doing here?
It's you, the revealer of the light. It's thanks to you we made it to the surface to fight demons. The shield maze fell, but Soul slowed everything down. He's an old man who's afraid of everything. But we can't sit in the dark like root vegetables while big things are happening up above. We tried to follow you through the shield maze. We emerged in some kind of fortress, but there are too many demons there. We dug out another passage into the city. It took days, but we did it. We're ready to fight.
Right now we need everyone who can hold the weapon. I have a plan. Go back below ground and wait at the shield maze exit. We'll get the beasts at both ends. What path are you going? We are doing a Magus Necromancer. Rin here is based off of an old character of mine. It's actually the reason why I'm named Zetrin on here. And so I thought it would be neat to show off why my handle is Zetrin. Is also, show off a character that I loved to play back when, as sort of my first taste of Wrath of the Righteous, as I'm also viewing it through the lens of a GM. Yes, Lich Path. Yeah, we are going Lich. Go back? Well, if you're sure, of course we'll go. I mean, ambush, good idea. I understand. We'll attack from below as soon as we hear the fighting is started. We should have let Savamlek finish what he started. Then they would be a force to be reckoned with. Right now they're just game cocky kids. To concerns of the underground, we will fight like our forebears did.
Follow me.
So in the adventure path, because I'm actually running this adventure path, if you get their help and you tell Irabeth about it, she goes, she sends help, and Dex or Strength Magus. We are Dex Magus. Ignore the -2, we're fatigued right now. We're Dex Magus. We have the Great Pox! Jesus, we are just having a rough time of it. Rain has been through the ringer. We are definitely running back to Defender's Heart here in a minute. Ah, damn. But yeah, we're Dex Magus.
This was simple enough.
This was the work of a Brimrak, a pyromaniac demon. Alright. Let's get moved partially. They're demons. They're probably resistant to acid, but they're also probably resistant to cold, so let's see. Resistant to acid. Fuck me.
They'll beg me
Come on,
to
Windwalk.
stop. Hell is for you.
I will take that fucking hit, though. Can you sleep him? Try and sleep him. I succeeded on his will save. Shit. Rin, you're in real no state to help. Fly the angels. Are more absurd than tabletops. I think it's partially because you're the only hero as opposed to a team of heroes. Also, like, I'm all for Lich. Like, I legitimately wish that there was a way, that there was a more clear-cut way to go Lich in the tabletop.
Guide my blade.
That'd be a fun thing to do, in my opinion. But I also recognize I'm kind of in the minority
spirits
there.
demand your blood.
But yeah, it's mostly, rather than a team of mythic people, you are one bullshit person.
Am I at my limit?
All buffs at least a minute instead last 24 hours. Oh god.
Stab you or zap
Really?
you. Why not both?
I could see a couple uses
No
of that. Like,
match
hot
for
damn.
me.
That'd be good for play around for a transmuter. I would love to like have that running around, just be like, yeah, so I cast shield. Then long arms. Oh god, wow. You know what? Just walk up and fucking light the angels again. Smack the enemy with that. Yeah, there we go.
Into the fray.
I'll cut you wide open.
Oh man. See, it's like, builds like that are the bane of my existence as a DM. I hate
Cover me,
builds
alright?
like that.
I'll rip you
Like, I
apart.
absolutely know it's there are absolutely people who love doing that sort of thing, and I have no problem with people who theory craft builds like that.
This will
But
hurt.
it becomes an arms race with a DM.
Take you.
Go for their heart. This pain
And in my opinion, like,
is excruciating.
abandoned flesh. What? When a vermilion inhabits a human body, it treats the dead flesh and muscle as armor, being plus 3 armor bonus to its AC. As a swift action, the vermilion can absorb much of the body's flesh to heal itself, regaining 2d6 plus 3 hit points and losing the armor bonus. Okay.
Time to
Okay,
share
that's
your
cool.
treasures.
Well, anyways, you should probably keep that AC. Never give up ASC. Or rather, never give up AC for health. That's how you get hit more. And die.
I know the way.
Just 3 spells for that bonus. Yeah, no, it seems like that would make me, as a DM, or sorry, a GM, as is in Pathfinder, go, no, I'm putting a stop to that. You can only use one thing at 24 hours. But that's just me. It's just one of those things where, again, if I allowed stuff like that, it would mean in order to make any sort of encounters challenging or fun, I would have to do even more bullshit. No GM to say no. Yeah. Well, like, brown fur transmuter. Is that even a thing you can go in this? Hold on. Is that like a thing you can go? If you have all those abilities in here, then Arcanist. I don't know if all those spells are necessarily available for them. No, they are actually, now I think about it. Shit. Give 6 all sets for the whole party. I really have to see how it stacks up. But yeah, if you can do all that, then yeah, that's something that needs to be addressed. Like, as an example,
I am
Magus gets a thing. Extended magic. Free action, the Magus can cast 3 spells per day as if those spells were modified by the extend spells feat. That's fine. That's 3 spells a day for free. Oh, God. Like, that's one of those things where if they allow that, like, oh, man. That, they should limit. I would definitely encourage them to limit to, like, extend spell. You can only do 3 spells a day like that or something. Rather than just, oh, all 1 minute plus buffs last 24 hours, just go like, no, you can do a number of spells per day at that. I mean, mythic abilities are supposed to be strong. Like, this adventure path is meant to be extremely high-powered. But it's 5 minutes.
not dead. Don't worry about it. Part of the plan.
Might be trap, might be treasure.
This is how I'm fighting everyone.
Oh, dear. This is not good. The buffs need to last 5 minutes. To be eligible for the 24 hours? That's a little bit better. That's not as bad.
Pretty
Yeah.
good, aren't I?
That definitely limits some of the things you can do. To hit 24 hours. Oh, I think I see. Yeah, it's a 5 minutes when cast, so it times it by 5. Or is it like an hour per minute? Like, I mean,
I'll
like,
go ahead.
I'd have to see the game's balance around it. Late levels. Yeah, I would really have to take a look at it. That's the big problem with theory crafting a lot of those stuff, is it assumes you have all these tools available to you in a perfect storm of situations, and then, yes, you can have this thing. And it's like, that's fine. But first you have to get to that perfect storm. And as we can see here, everyone is fatigued. Wow, we actually Rin's no longer blind! She's no longer blind or fatigued! That's... I think that's a bug. I'll take it. But I think that's a bug. The The game does not balance ground for a transmuter.
In due time.
A single specific build. Like, here's the thing. Here's the thing. That single specific build, going through the entire game, when it gets to that point where it has that mythic ability and has earned that mythic ability, can then turn around and crazily buff their party. Congratulations, your entire experience for a good 20 hours has been leading to this moment. You've earned it, in my opinion. Because you aren't going to get that early. You aren't going to break the game early. Yeah, no, like, that's the thing is, like, eventually being able to do bullshit and be like, yeah, I have all these things. Like, congratulations, you have now used all these spells and all this stuff and all this customization. And meanwhile, these demons are still fucking demons. No, yeah, it's just one of those things where it's just like, I did have a moment like where at first I was like, damn, that's unbalanced, I wouldn't allow that. But like the more I thought about it, I'm like, well, you had to like get through hell to get to that. Fuck it, let you have your fun. It's still not the type of build I would allow if I were running a game myself as a GM. Like, I would see the cheese there and be like, listen, I get what you're doing, and I understand why you want to do it, but it's going to make things unfun for everyone else because it's going to make everything a cakewalk or make me have to bust out some big guns. Yeah. Playing a normal Arcanist on the way there.
I know the way.
You give up 2 exploits. I mean... Giving up 2 exploits isn't insignificant.
No reason to pause.
It's something where like I really would have to see the ability to really say fully one way or another how I feel about it. Do I think that maybe that's potentially an exploit? Yes. I don't know if I think it needs to be fixed. I'm not certain. Yeah, we have explored pretty much the entire map. Like, not like this one area. But honestly, we're really fucked up, and we're going to have to probably come back through here later. We really need to go back to Defender's Heart because holy shit, we got fucked up. But, you know, props. We did build the bridge. We rescued some people. We got a bunch of, you know, extra defenders. I'll take the crossbow. And the Great Club. Like, we made good progress here in the square. We paid the price for it, which is say, holy shit, demons hurt. Crossbow. I don't think that specific build is one I'd ever use though. Like it's a thing where I definitely understand the appeal, but it's definitely something where I'd also go, I'm good.
Let's return to Defender's Heart. Everyone's tired. No, do not begin resting. Shite! Oh. It's her. That is not the arch you had before. Wearing a robe? Check. Batman symbol around the neck? Check. Crazy eyes? Check. Not self-bring mirror next time to be able to adjust the optimal level of eye craziness. Woman produces a crumpled piece of paper from her sleeve and takes notes. Everything is ready for the experiment. The woman turns to you, and for a moment she focuses her wandering, distracted gaze on your face. An audience. Problematic, but not critical. You there, girl! Stay out of this. It is counterproductive to stand in the way of scientific progress. Who are you calling girl? What's that? I don't know her. Greetings, boys and girls. I'm your sister in sin, a devotee of Lord Baphomet's dark will, and so on and so forth. Looks like one of us, but she talks kind of weird. Who's there with you? Who? Oh, them just not. It's no matter. Consider them a supplementary component of the coming experiment. Seems Cultist wishes to say something, but the woman won't let him. In the name of our Lord Baphomet, please be so kind as to undertake a little test of your competency in our wicked cause. Let's start with something simple. So, here's my first question. What is Lord Baphomet's favorite weapon? He will not answer to you. Our Lord can wield any kind of weapon. He is all powerful. Wrong, he wields no weapons at all. He doesn't need any. He just gores his enemies with his horns. Actually, it's Azirgal, a glaive made of red adamantine. The woman turns to you, a glimmer of interest in her eyes. That is correct. It's still, girl, no prompting, please. This experiment is taking quite a surprising turn. I never have expected the followers of the great Baphomet to be baffled by such a simple question. Finally, let's recalibrate the difficulty and proceed with the next question. Please name Lord Baphomet's sacred animal. A bull, of course. Everybody knows that. It's not a bull. Yep, and a cow. I'm gonna say so. None of your answers were correct. The correct answer is an ox. That's technically a bull. Well, it's an ox. Appears the experiments yielded results which were as unexpected as they are incredible. Baphomet's cultists have not the slightest idea who Baphomet really is, let alone any in-depth knowledge of his ideology or philosophy. I'm positive that this news will cause sensation in widest scientific circles. She's right, but she excuse for a cultist. My mother used to tell me to become a plowman. Hey, take it easy. We've only had 2 questions. But come on, ask another one. We'll get the next one. That's more. We still manage it. Is there any sense in continuing? You can't answer in the simplest of questions. I'm ashamed of all of you, as cultists and as individuals. Please ask and I can answer. I'm sure I can. How do you spell Baphomet's name? B-A-F-A... Screw it! To hell with Baphomet! I thought it was gonna be fun, but instead there's all these questions. I'm done here. I'm going back to my home village, back to my mother. Wait, you there! How dare you stir up discord on ranks? Grab her and tie her up in her entire entourage, too. The experiment is complete. Unable to deal with the questions, the cultists decide to deal with the examiner instead. A typical reaction for a person who has never been burdened with any intelligence. Now you're going to start hitting each other, aren't you? Please proceed, I won't interrupt.
I'm sure they mean us no harm, right?
Okay.
I'm wounded.
Oh dear, okay. Rin, please move that.
Crimson.
Heart of the Dawn.
Okay, Rin's still alive. Absence of an answer is an answer too. The result is statistically predictable, especially considering their intelligence level.
What about you, girl? Are you ready to answer some questions for the good of science? Let's proceed with the experiment. My first question is to be simple. What colors does the goddess Iomedae prefer? It's red and white. The answer is correct. It's comforting me at least one educated person in this melting pot of ignorance that is cannabis today. Let's proceed. Did Aroden take part in any crusade before he died? No, he didn't. Your answer is correct. Aroden's death dates to 4606, and that is precisely the year when the world wound was opened. The First Crusade started back in 4622. Knowledge would make Mendev's Crusaders proud. My final question is, what is the title that Erilu Vorlesh bears? Is she the Architect of the World Wound, the Lord of the Labyrinth, or the Border Acquisitor of the Shapeless Abyss? The Lord of the Labyrinth is himself Baphomet. Border Acquisitor of the Shapeless Abyss wouldn't make sense. She's the architect. She's the one who made the world wound. That's correct. Mokasesa successfully answered all my questions. Splendid, amazing. This is a breakthrough. This... I thank you for your cooperation. Seems to me that I owe you an explanation. My name is Nenio. I'm an explorer, a pilgrim, a yet-to-be-recognized scientific luminary, future author of the great encyclopedia Galarionica, and rector of all Absalom's universities at once. Future rector, I should say. I also know several spells. Now, can you tell me where you were getting with all these questions? It's so heartening to see you strive for knowledge. I've been conducting an experiment comparing the intellectual abilities of the average cultist with those of the average crusader. I must admit that you passed the test with flying colors. This does offer a glimmer of hope for the future of Crusade. I've always claimed that, despite popular beliefs about the limited intellectual abilities of those in the army, at least some of them can be considered educated. It pleased me to see that I was correct. So you're trying to say that I'm mediocre? Yes. Urge to kill rising. Why do you keep calling me girl? I have a name, you know. I apologize for an injury to your ego, but your name is irrelevant on the grand scale of the universe, thus it cannot possibly interest me. I'll forget it as soon as I hear it. To avoid unnecessary confusion, I prefer not to know it at all. I have to go. Girl, hold on. I have a business proposition for you. I would like to hire you as my follower for future expeditions to the World Wound. Your duties will include helping me with experiments, running errands, and probably writing down quotes for the edification of future generations. Truth be told, I have no money to pay you, but you'll be aiding the progress of science, and that is its own reward. If we join forces, you'll have to follow my instructions during our expeditions. What? Oh yes, the dangers in these battles. Of course I'll follow your orders. Place my life in your capable hands, so I can focus on the things that really matter. She's a wizard? And we need every hand we can get? Rin does not like her. But also recognizes we're kind of up shit creek without a paddle. So, sure. Excellent, you're hired. I think that I finally found someone to accompany me. 27 Crusaders before you said no. Not one of them saw the undeniable appeal of my offer. Your first time is to take me to a safe place. I have to admit that today's experiments left me quite tired. Well,
All according to plan.
Anyways, let's get back to Defender's Heart before any of us keel over dead. Oh, she's a kitsune. Ah,
That explains everything. Failed to sneak past the enemies. Prepare to fight. Fuck!
You'll make a fine trophy. Only death can stop me.
As everyone just beats on the archer. Masterwork Scythe. Masterwork Composite Longbow. Masterwork Falchion. Oh, we all leveled. Shit. Well, that's good. Well, since we all leveled, we'll take a nice, well. They don't do much to hide it. I mean, yeah. Hey, we got an ability point, which means intelligence. Alright, now that's a 20. That's good. That's great. Skill points for everyone. Perception, persuasion, use magic device. Some athletics is good as a backup, just in case. Knowledge Arcana, Knowledge World. Alright, we have an extra skill point now. Oh! Let me think. Yeah, max out World. That's a good idea. Max out Knowledge World. That's always a good idea. And we finally get our first level 2 spells. Or rather, we can finally cast level 2 spells. We already knew Bull Strength Bears Endurance from Scrolls. Effortless Armor is not worth it for us. I mean, it's kind of worth it, but you know, not right now. There's nothing in first level that we need that we can't buy from a scroll leader. What would I really want? I would like Blur. Blur would be good. And to be honest, Mirror Image. Both those are really useful level 2 spells for a Magus for different reasons. Molten Orb's also good. Like that's a nice little thing. It's Baby's first fireball. But it does a dot. But it's still Baby's first fireball, and that's still like not a bad offensive ability. Acid Arrow is fucking amazing because it's Acid Arrow, but you know, we will get Acid Arrow in time. Frigid Touch is also good. Like, Frigid Touch is a really good Magus. Just reach out and touch someone. The main unfortunate thing is we're fighting demons who all are resistant to ice. That's the main reason why I didn't just immediately get Acid Arrow. Acid Arrow is good because it's damage over time, and it's just, hey look, congratulations, you're getting fucked for an extended period of time. True, not all demons. Frigid Touch I will get, and that's probably going to be a spell I will specifically learn, because it's less likely to be on a scroll. Acid Arrow, we will probably get a scroll of it at some point, and we will happily get that. Now, Seela, time for you to level up. Congratulations, you're a paladin. And that pretty much means you're going to be paladin for, a while. Shocking Grasp. Shocking Grasp is such a good spell for Magus, and it's so sad that we can't use it most of the time. Like, Magus really gets kind of dicked over with this adventure path, but, you know, I make it work. Anyways, Paladin. Hey, look! A class that's usually only, like, okay is suddenly good in an adventure path. Speaking of... Good. I could get the thing that ignores the immunities and resistances. That would do it. But unfortunately, I don't have access to the mythic powers yet. But anyways, as a paladin, let us please get channel positive energy. Let's go ahead and take another level of paladin because being able to AoE heal is nice. No, I don't. You don't gain your mythic powers until bare minimum Chapter 2. Oh, yeah. Alright, a stat point for Seele. Well, she has both Wisdom and Charisma on levels, along with Dex. So... I would go Dex, except I can just throw full plate on her and call it a day. Later down the line. I'd get Charisma, because that influences a lot more of the Paladin abilities. Yep, Charisma because Paladin. Like, if she didn't have it at an odd level, I might consider evening out her Dex just for the AC. But it's like, it's not really worth it. Wisdom also isn't worth it on her because it doesn't influence any of her casting. It would give her like more lore, religion, and like more perception, but why not strength? So the reason why not strength, we would gain no benefit from it at this level. You only gain benefits on even numbers. So this would be a stat point that we wouldn't see any benefit for a while. Versus getting Charisma, we are better able to smite evil. We get extra bonuses. Our channel energy DCs get higher. And she's also our main persuader because she has a high charisma. So, like, there's multiple reasons to give her charisma right now, as opposed to a point in strength, which, trust me, eventually will pump up her strength. Because she is still one of our frontline fucking people that's going to smack things. But not right now. Attack rolls and saving throws, yep. Yeah, they also gain like half their charisma modifier to all their saving throws. It's either half or full. But anyways, Paladins use charisma as good. Hey, I will happily reach over. Hey, Melanie, guess what? Get pet nerd. There you go. Are there dark paladins in this game? Fallen paladins? No, unfortunately. Get pet nerd. Yep, get pet nerd. Pretty much thing. Alright, let's look at her skill points. Well, first of all, as I already mentioned, she's the main one actually persuading people at the moment. And as someone pointed out to me, so someone actually on the How's Your Favorite Artificer? Get him by playing a Magus in Pathfinder, so good old Spellblade. Actually, very much like our lovely little Genasi in that regard. Somebody pointed out to me on the YouTube comments that mobility is actually the skill used in mounted combat, and paladins in this will get their mount. So there's a reason to go mobility. When I was previously like, man, I don't know why she has ranks in mobility. It's for mounted combat. I'm like, okay, that's different. That's almost a reason to keep her in medium armor, to be honest. Who knows? Lore religion, because again, she's the paladin. It's fine for her to have that. No reason for her to have trickery, and definitely not stealth. She's never going to be good at stealth. Unless you want her bonded weapon instead. I would, but we have no one to use Radiance. Unless Radiance can become her bonded weapon, which I mean, okay, that'd be cool. I forget how bonded weapon works in Pathfinder. I mean, fuck it. Yeah, sure. She's going to be the one holding Radiance in her hand, so I mean, might as well. Yeah, I'll leave mobility where it is. They just plain give her 2 ranks in mobility, so it's like, whatever. Giving her knowledge world ain't bad. But actually, I think I'll just max out her lore religion right now. We have other people for knowledge of the world, like Rin. And she finally has spellcasting. She has not amazing spellcasting, but, you know, spellcasting. So, okay. Everyone's fatigued. So everyone's strength and dex is 2 less than normal. I want you to keep that in mind as I click on Woljif, alright? What the fuck, man? What the fuck is this stat spread? Rogue, less even, like, I'm going Rogue less because, oh man, you know, more spellcasting, but more just, you know, progressing that sneak attack die. Although he gains debilitating injury, which is good. 1 damage is built. How many points did he use? That is a very good question. How many points did he use? All of them. It's so bullshit. He gets 2 + 2 racials for some reason. His base value is 18, then he gets 2 + 2s. His dex racial bonus seems bugged. So I've tracked it down. No, if it is a bug, it's one they haven't fixed because holy shit, his stats are all way too high. That's why his intelligence is +4. But meanwhile, only 1 - 2. Now, I have noticed on Woljif, I'll show after I give him his point in. Should I give him a point of con to give him more health? Because he's at odd level, and that's a tough one. Because on the one hand, stack dex, because he's the fucking, you know, rogue. On the other hand, health. Do you not expect to reach level 8? No, I absolutely expect to reach level 8. We will absolutely reach level 8. It's just one of those things where I'm like, immediate benefit? Assuming it is bugged, he spent 28 points, which is still good. It's still higher than anyone else. He's still bullshit. It's just, if it's not bugged, then what the actual fuck, Woljif? Why are you not the hero of the story? The pre-built fighter player character spent 32 points. Yes, no, that is true. That is absolutely true that the pre-built fighter player character, at least in Kingmaker, was a stupidly high point buy. I think because he's meant to be an iconic. Yeah, I think he was an iconic originally. Or is... He is the canon Baron, I believe, in as far as the rest of the lore goes and its assumptions about what happens with Kingmaker. Iconic errors use standard array. Alright. Yeah, okay, so he's not the iconic. He's just the big guy. Yeah, he's just a bullshit character they made because he's meant to be the official stand-in. I'll give him as much as more health would be nice, Woljif doesn't get hit much. We can just safely go into Dex. That's fine. Speaking of, wait, why can't we put more points into... Why did he already have a 4 in trickery and stealth? What the actual fuck, man? Fuck off! Yeah, no, like, this is evidence for me that no, his racial stuff isn't bugged. He's just bullshit. Jesus Christ. On the one hand, thanks for giving me someone who we're just going to be like, yeah, he can pick your locks for you, don't worry. On the other hand, fuck you, Owlcat, for if I went rogue, if I had gone rogue, as an example, I would feel utterly useless next to Woljif. And I think that's an argument. So, I wouldn't say self-insert. They heard, and they heard a lot, that people really didn't like the builds and the stat choices and everything given during Kingmaker, and that the better option for everyone involved, if they were wanting to play optimally, especially at higher difficulty levels, was to ignore all the companions and just buy mercenaries so you can build them yourself. Where people either were getting mods to respec or they were buying mercenaries. If you were playing a straight vanilla game with no mods, you just bought mercenaries. Fuck the actual party. And they took that to heart. And even during the alpha, because I played the alpha a bit, there was a lot of feedback that, again, certain characters weren't strong enough or weren't performing well. So I think they buffed various characters and also listened to feedback and such and really kind of worked with stuff. Like even now on the Discords, they're asking, what do you want us to do with Wendwog? Because Wendwog's just a fighter. And they're like, we should give her an archetype. What do you think we should do? No, like, I'm with you, Adhesive. He's no Knock Knock. Oh God! So I'm actually not hugely far in Kingmaker. Like I just hit the chapter Season of Bloom. So I've only heard stories about Knock Knock. But meanwhile, like I've played the Adventure Path. I've run the Adventure Path. Relatively low point buy, if I recall. Well, we're gonna see it in a second. But like, yeah, if the point buy between the companions didn't vary so much, like the fact that he is head and shoulders above Seela, who is herself a iconic. God, let's get +4 Dex. Jesus. I mean, it makes up for their bullshit things. Knock Knock was on Paizo? Was he? I mean, to be fair, like there were a lot of lore characters was on Paizo. Oh yeah, no, I see what you mean. I thought you were talking about like how Tartuk was in the Adventure Path, and instead Owlcat went, fuck it, we're expanding him. Knock 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 is point legal, yeah. All the companions in Kingmaker are point legal, I believe. They're just not good. The best one is Amiri. I mean, Lindsay's not bad. But Amiri is also an iconic. Amiri is one Paizo actually made the build of. So, yeah. Jesus, that +15 though. Holy shit. Yep, Akundayo is one of the people I keep around a lot. I mean, the Tiefling twins aren't terrible. But then again, Kinesis is just good. She had worse stat spread than CRPG for some reason. I think because they want her to not outshine the player? Question mark? 16 strength, oversized weapon barb. Oh, yeah, no, the fact that she doesn't have at least an 18 is bad. They moved her racial bonus to con. Why the fuck did they move her racial bonus to... Okay, wait. I know why they moved her racial bonus to con, even if I disagree with it. Because she is the only guaranteed party member you get in the beginning. And in case she needs the frontline, she needs the health. It's bullshit, but you know, I guess that'd be the reason. But no, like, you would at least, like, that's the thing, is you get either Harim or, Valerie at bare minimum, because the choice there is between those two. So you would get another frontline. Valerie is good at one thing. Valerie is good at being a wall and just being a wall of AC. 28. Is that their attempt to, like, make up for... Yeah, his extra points don't matter. They aren't in amazing things. Is that, like, to make up for fucking... the fact that he arrived so late? I don't know. Like, he's good. Even the fact that he has a dog. Congratulations. So, I want to briefly bitch and moan about one thing. Why the fuck is pets were busting Kingmaker? They were! And, okay, why the fuck is a dog better, hands down, in every single way than a wolf? It was pound for pound the same, except it had more AC. And more strength, I think. It was better than a wolf, hands down. I'm like, really? Like, the best pets in that game were, like, the leopard and the dog. They just gave Smilodon 2 extra attacks. Yep. Anyways, I guess I'll give him athletics and some fucking mobility. There we go. Like, fucking Christ. Alright, spells. Oh, he has level 2 spells now, too. Perfect. Create pit? Oh, that's cool. Hideous laughter. Sorry. I saw my favorite CC in the game, and I had to grab it. I am unreasonably fond of Hideous Laughter. But there's a reason. Hideous Laughter was how my Arcane Trickster killed 60 cultists in one round. And there's a great story there. So Hideous Laughter. I was playing an Arcane Trickster. I was playing a Kobold Arcane Trickster, to be specific. And we were trying to deal with these cultists that had been taking over the city. And oh my god, that sounds amazing. Oh, I wish I was going Trickster. Like, I mean, I don't, because Lich is amazing, but oh, that sounds so amazing. That makes it like 10 times better. Holy shit. I did hear about that ability though, yeah. So we were trying to take out a cult, and the DM had a mechanic called a Doomsday Clock. I kind of know. I don't have the full like breakdown of how, but I know where to look. And also, if worst case scenario. Oh no, beta spoiler. I'm in Discord. So worst case, if I'm like, hey, how do I unlock glitch? I could find out. So yeah, I'm not too worried on that front. And the music stopped. But the GM had a quote-unquote doomsday clock running in the background. The longer we took to do things, or like the more we failed to stop certain things, the cultists were getting closer to their overall plan. The clock was at basically 11:30. We were really close to the cultists just unleashing hell, literally, on the city. And we came upon them doing their ritual. And so they send my arcane trickster in to scout all this sort of stuff. And I passed the Arcana checks to realize they were in the middle of the ritual and that it was do or die. We had to interrupt them then, because otherwise they were going to complete the ritual. And so I'm sitting there going like, all right, well, with my Arcana check, do I know who's leading the ritual? Do I know who's the focus of this ritual? And they had me roll again, and I succeeded on the roll. And so I identified the head cultist, who was the mage directing this ritual, that everyone was sort of directing everything towards. And I went, all right, I cast Hideous Laughter. Because we were like level 4 or something at that point. And DM's like, pardon? I'm like, I cast Hideous Laughter on the cultist. I was like, okay. And he rolls the head cultist will save, gets a 1. And the cultist falls over laughing, interrupting the ritual. In the middle of the ritual to, you know, as I mentioned, basically bring about hell on Earth, or at least in that city. Basically, to put it in actual Pathfinder Galaran terms, we're just going to open up a world wound. So, this big important ritual full of abyssal magic, all this other bullshit is going on, and suddenly it's interrupted. The main person who's directing all gets interrupted. And by this one, like, everyone else had been, like, for flavor, I'm sure, but as to kind of, you know, show how fucking bullshit this ritual was, like, all the other cultists had been engulfed in hellish flames, but weren't burning because of the power of the head cultist. Well, suddenly, the head cultist is no longer casting. So every last cultist in the room starts burning. They all die. The main cultist gets up. His ritual is ruined. And there's just me, and now he's alone. Everyone rushes in, and we just have our little boss fight against the one cultist left. And DM's like, alright, you all get 300 experience. You, Kobold, gain 2,000 experience for killing 55 cultists. That was a very amusing day. And that's why Hideous Laughter is my favorite spell. Anyways, for Woljif, a second spell I could get. Woljif can also learn spells from scrolls, so that's fine. What I would want him to get, Sense Vitals. That's not that good on him because he can already sneak attack. Does it? This additional damage stacks with other sources of precision damage. I take that back. How long does it last? 1 round per level? That's not that good. Never mind. Been to the museum yet? No. We went straight to the square and kind of got chewed up and spat out. Like, we cleared the square, but everyone's fatigued because of some failed skill checks with athletics. Everyone's taking a lot of hits. We're out of spells. So we ran back to the Defender's Heart to rest. Because we're fucking exhausted and out of resources. But Defender's Heart is an hour away. web. I think I'll get web. I think I'll get web for Woljif. Give him some utility. Find with minor spoilers to make sure you get Lich. Sure, I don't mind minor spoilers to get make sure I get Lich. Camellia. What do you get at Shaman Spirit Hunter 4? You get Hex. Oh! Yes. You get more hexes. What's your spellcasting ability again? What is your spellcasting ability? It is Wisdom. That's right, you're a divine caster. I could go Inquisitor. I'm just sitting there going, should I go something else? Alternative is I could give her some rogue levels. Or, no, she only has 10 intelligence. I was about to be like, I could go Alchemist Vivisectionist to give her some sneak attack, give her some mutagen. I mean, that's still not a terrible idea. I basically would be getting it just for the sneak attack and the mutagen. It'd be a 1-level dip because she definitely wouldn't need the spells from there. Okay. Oh yeah, no, I did remember reading something on the Discord about a wand I needed to find. So I was definitely going to try and find that before the Grey Garrison. That's good to know, though, that we find the lead for it in the museum. Good to know. So I think what I'm going to do right now I'm of two minds. On the one hand, like, I'm going to give her another level of Shaman Spirit Hunter right now. To give her another Hex. And then maybe another level to get the +2 enhancement. Because that can allow me to add some stuff. But after that, I'm thinking of either giving her some rogue levels or a level of Alchemist Vivisectionist. To give her access to sneak attack and mutagen. But for right now, I'll do Shaman. Yeah, the next level of Shaman, bare minimum, is a good idea because an extra Hex is good. I want her to have another level of Dex because A, that's another point of AC. That's another point of 2 hit. And she's also one of our people who can pick locks and other things. So in case we wanted to get rid of Woljif for whatever insane fucking reason, because I don't fucking know, maybe we like being bad, she could back up. She has 2 +2s as well. I think the extra +2, because it's untyped, is the developer's I think that's where they're getting their extra stats in certain things. Because notice that she doesn't have an extra +2 anywhere else. I think that's left over from the developers just adding stuff rather than saying, oh, base value, whatever. I think they did point by, then the racial, and then they just went a miscellaneous racial tacked on. The other one can attempt if one fails to pick locks. Yeah, yeah. I've seen that one, so I think that's true. Hence, another point in trickery is fine. Let's give her another point in not Lord Nature. Hex. I want her to have Evil Eye. So, I'm running Wrath of the Righteous as Adventure Path, as I mentioned, as a GM. And we have a witch who constantly casts Evil Eye, and I fucking hate him. But it's really good. Oh, no, yeah, true. I could do Fortune. Fortune... re-roll any... Oh, no, never mind. Reach out and make someone re-roll their thing? Well, I mean, Evil Eye... Three plus... -2... Her int isn't great. You wouldn't know anything about that campaign. Yeah, no, that's the problem. I think you're right. The Fortune's better. Because Evil Eye would be better if she had more int. AC and CMD. Evil Eye is just better than Hampering Hex. Why would you do Hampering Hex when you can just Evil Eye? Well, that's the thing. Even if they save, congratulations, they still have a -2 to AC, -2 to ability checks, attack rolls, etc. Yeah, no, like, trust me. That witch, I often roll the save, and he's just like, yeah, your AC's still down. I'm like, I mean, that's fair. That's, like, that one player is really making me look at Witch. Like, I used to hate Witch. I used to not really think Witch was that good. And he's made me really rethink my attitudes towards Witch. Anyways, yeah, Fortune's good. So real quick, I want to bring up something. There's a reason why I think there's, like, the extra +2 is a developer thing rather than a specific, like, bug. Because of special abilities... Traits. There we go. Traits. Tiefling Heritage. Yep. +2 to Dex and Intelligence. Alright. He had a special hidden fucking thing. Did it disappear? I know he had it. I know he had... There it is. This blank fucking heritage bloodline that will appear if you create a tiefling, but won't let you pick it. I think this is a specific bloodline created for Woljif that lets him have that extra thing. That's what I personally think. I could be wrong. I could just ask the devs sometime on the Discord, be like, hey, look, so what's the deal with this, you know, random ass bloodline thing? But does she have a similar... I mean, the fact that she has, like, weapon finesse and skill focus... Oh, wait, she has skill focus because she's a half-elf. That's right. Yeah, no, she doesn't have the... She doesn't have that either. She does not have a special thing that gives her the extra +2. I don't know. they can just set their stats, but I think like the fact that she has the +2 to half elf, as well as she had another +2 because of half elf earlier. She had one of those weird freaking things when I was doing the level up on her. Like, I do think the extra untyped +2s are just them setting their stats. But it's also possible that his weird little listing is going to be a story thing that is expanded upon later that we're not supposed to see yet. But they haven't figured out a way to hide that. Anyways, Wendwog. So, Wendwog, this is where I have to sit down with Wendwog. And I made a big argument the other day when they were talking about what the fuck do we do with Wendwog. I made an argument for Ranger, and it's twofold as to why I have an argument for Ranger for Wendwog. Argument number 1: she was a Ranger in the Adventure Path. Favorite enemy human. Her animal companion was a monitor lizard, as a matter of fact. So first of all, you can just have that. And for once, this is an adventure path where you could have a ranger and they could actually do okay. Because all you need to do to make a ranger good in Wrath of the Righteous is favored enemy demon. And then suddenly they're good. Well, let me rephrase. Then suddenly they're viable. There we go. And so I've been thinking about like what should I do with Wendwog, because she's got fighter levels. She starts at level 1 fighter, and taking 2 levels is fine because then you get like armor training and stuff. Why multiclass all? I will answer that because pure fighter is, I'm not going to say it's bad, but it's just one of those things where it's like you can go pure fighter, but like this is the reason why you would go pure fighter. Full stop. Is weapon mastery. If you got that and a bow that already made it up ×4, which there are bows that do that, it's fucking bullshit. If you did that and got weapon mastery, so it was a ×5, and then you crit with that bow, oh damn! But like that's my problem, is I don't know that everything else, like all these bonus combat feats, yeah, sure, great. Suddenly you have a bunch of bonus combat feats. But Wendwog's an archer. Like, pure archer fighter is... There's worse things in the world, I guess. But there's better things. Like, my big problem with Wendwog, just being a fighter in the beta, is everyone else has something cool or has some sort of archetype or something else that they do, and you look at them and go, ah, that's what this is supposed to be. Like Woljif, he's an arcane trickster. You're immediately like, okay, he has the spell casting rogue. That's his cool little bit of flavor. Wendwog has I'm an archer. But like all of her lore, like all her thing about being one of the best hunters in the clan, this tracker, this skilled archer, all this other stuff, and then you get to her class and it's fighter. And you're just like, what? There's nothing wrong with having no archer. This is true. But it's just one of those things where I think it would fit better and also be more effective if we were actually wanting to go a good archer build. Hunter is actually a good archer. It's better for melee because you have the team tactics. But, you know, at least Archer Hunter isn't terrible. Because you still get those team tactics, and you can still do a lot of stuff through your pet. Especially, like, there's a couple things you can do with your pet where, like, the pet can set you up for sneak attacks and things like that. It's not great at anything, but neither is Fighter. Other than, congratulations, you have full BAB and, like, fucking extra feats. But let's find a melee with Point Blank Master 2. I mean, it is. It is. Like, I'm not saying, wow, this is terrible. I have no idea why they put her on Fighter. It's just not interesting. It's perfectly serviceable, and if I left her on Fighter the entire game, she would still be viable the entire game. It's just, I don't know. Like, at this next level, what do I get? I get another BAB. I get an extra feat. Weapon training's okay. Like, I will still, because of it's that she's fun to play. She's kind of not, though. I just leave her as a turret. Weapon training's good, though. Like, no matter what, because of the fact that you get her and she's already several points invested in Fighter, I'm like, well, if you're already several levels invested in Fighter, like, that's why I went, like, okay, level 3. Armor training's good. Level 5. Weapon training's great. Like, there's a lot of good things in Fighter. There's a reason why Fighter is the most dipped class. But there's also a reason why it's the class that most people multi-class into other things for. Simple isn't bad. No, I agree. A turret is still a turret, and she's a good turret. Like, there's been times where I'm like, okay, Windwog, it comes down to you. Like, in some ways, I almost want to, like, make her a Slayer as an example. Like, there's things that I kind of would take her if she had slightly different stats towards. Like, I wish she had more wisdom. I really wish she had more wisdom. Like, the only thing I really could take her into is I could take her Hunter. Because Hunter doesn't give a shit about spells. It's just like, alright, yeah, I'm just gonna, you know, do my thing and attack, and look, I have my animal companion, that's good. Did they add the ranged cavalier? Oh, let's find out. Doesn't look like it. Yep. I'm not super familiar with Cavalier because I was never big into mounted combat. Even though back when I played Kingmaker as the Adventure Path, my DM was like, you know, this is in Adventure Path. We could totally bust out the mounted combat rules. I went, I'm good. I played a ranger back then. Like, between the two, Hunter, Conniving Scoundrel, Hunter, Siren Tactics, gets Backstabber. No, that's not bad. I want to do a halfling riding a dog. But you know, one of the best, like, one of the reasons goblins can be a threat in Pathfinder is mounted wargs. or rather, goblins mounted on wargs, I should say. So. Or is it wolves? I forget. I'm playing a hobgoblin in my current 5e conversion of Pathfinder Kingmaker. And my god, the entire time we're playing, I am sometimes sitting there going, man, I miss Kingmaker, Pathfinder rules. This would just give me the base stuff. What does Colluding Scoundrel lose? Colluding Scoundrel loses Animal Focus. Oh! No, I want Animal Focus. They are making an official conversion. And we can't wait until then. But like we've been playing along, but it's like something I've noticed just in general. I like Pathfinder and 3.5 more than I like 5e. And I'm not saying 5e is bad, but like I'm playing the Artificer in the group. And I like Artificer. And Artificer's fun. But I'm the person who's making a lot of our equipment and magical items because, you know, I'm an Artificer. Fuck yeah. And my god, is it a bit weak there. Hey, thank you for the follow, Adhesive. You move past it? Yep. Like I was saying, it's fun, it's good, it's really good for getting your friends into... Want to play Machinesmith? Hell yeah. It's really good for getting your friends into tabletop. I'll say that. But eventually, like, I miss Crunch. I really miss Crunch. And going back to Windwalk real quick. So, I'm going to pick Monitor Lizard for two reasons. A, I like the poison. And Monitor Lizard isn't terrible. Like, the of these options, the best one is Leopard. You can pick a horse now? Can you mount it? I mean, like, I'm not going to pick it because I'm good, but mounted combat is broken right now. It doesn't work properly. It's not completely busted, but it's just one of those things where I'm gonna wait. Like, I'm kind of interested in it, but I'm gonna wait. Let them, you know, work on it a bit longer before I mess with mounted combat, because even if it's fixed, now that it's fixed, I want them to get their feedback. Bear is the only reach choice. I mean, yeah. And that is an argument for Bear. That's one of the best arguments in favor of Bear. Real choice. Bear is the only real choice. Yeah, no, I thought that was because it started at large. I was, first thing I was like, oh shit, does it already start at large? And I saw the size and I was like, wait a minute. There is an argument to be made for Bear. The main argument is it's AC. It has good AC, but also fucking Boar. Boar is stupid. If you ever want a tank animal, pick Boar. Because holy shit, your Boar is gonna go fuck off and just like not gonna give a shit. I have happily named my Boars before. The main argument is it's fluffy. The main argument is Critical Role, and I want Trinket. But anyways, moving on. God, 5e's Ranger is so fucking busted. Mastodon. Wendwag is described as a mix between a cat and a spider. This is true. Wendwag is viewed as a mix between a cat and a spider. Our players, Zarin is one of my players. Smilodon for OP. Smilodon is good, but because of the fact they don't get Rake, it's not as good as Leopard. Leopard gets Bite, and Trip, and Claws. Yeah, Leopard's fucking really powerful. Leopard is, like, if we were going for extreme optimal build as far as here, well, A, we probably wouldn't be multi-classing at this point. We'd probably just say fuck it. But, you know, if we were going for, like, really optimizing, the best options on this list... I don't know about Mastodon because Mastodon's new, and, like, I'm looking at Horse, I'm like, no, I'm good. The best options on this list are Dog, and Dog pisses me off. Alright, I just want you to take a look at this, okay? Okay? Alright. In fact, I'm gonna type this out. 15, 13, 15, 2, 12, 6. Alright. So, N plus 6 natural armor. Speed's 40. Okay. Wolf has 10 more feet of speed, 1 less AC, 2 less strength, 2 more dexterity. So it has equal AC, less strength, same con, same intelligence, same wisdom, same charisma. It does less damage, and it moves a little bit faster. That's actually better than it was in Kingmaker. I think they gave him like 1 more AC or something. But it's like... the Dog is arguably better than the Wolf, because you don't need the at 40 feet speed, you don't need the extra 10 feet. Because if you need the extra 10 feet at that point, fucking charge. Like, that's the main thing there. Is like, I don't feel like the extra 10 feet is worth the drop in damage. That's what pisses me off. Anyways, on this list, the best ones are Leopard, because it also gets Trip. And it has multi-attack. And it gains a lot of really good stuff. Dog, because Trip, and it's a bit sturdier, it's a bit less squishy than Leopard, and, you know, it's kind of good. And those are probably the best ones there. Boar also is really, really good if you want a tank. But we're going Monitor Lizard because it's not bad because it still has Trip. It has the poison, which isn't amazing. But it's okay. But the real reason we're going Monitor Lizard, she had it in the adventure path. And also, I really like Monitor Lizard. Trip is bad for an archer. It's good for the entire rest of the party. If the Monitor Lizard makes someone trip, I will have Windwalk swap targets. And the entire rest of the party can beat on that guy's ass. In a 1v1 situation, yes, Trip is bad. Windwalk's never going to be in a 1v1 situation. She is, like, never put things like Trip in a vacuum. Because something that means someone who is probably on the front lines, because the Monitor Lizard is going to be on the front lines, someone's now on the ground, and if they stand up, they're taking an attack of opportunity from everyone else who's on the front line. Plus, everyone who's on the front line can now hit that thing. So, she gains another point. She doesn't have a, odd other than charisma, which we have literally no reason to, you know, give a shit about her charisma. So we're just gonna put her another point in Dex because, I mean, fuck it. And perception, please. I could. No, I already have Woljev as a scout. I was about to say I could pump up her stealth for scout, but there's no reason to. Her having more athletics is good though, because we don't have anyone who's amazing at athletics, and we have a bunch of people now for other roles. So I'm going to go ahead and pump up her athletics. Makes sense that she'd be good at climbing and stuff though, because, you know, she's a fucking part spider. Oh, that's right, she does get some spells as a hunter. Not many, but she does get some. Acid Maw to make her animal companions bite acid is good, and Aspect of the Falcon is also good. Like, if she gets more, like if we go harder down the line with her, which we might with Hunter, we can pick up other spells, because there's a lot of good Hunter spells, but those are probably the better ones. Hurricane Bow is also pretty good, but Acid Maw and Aspect of the Falcon are really good ones. Alright, and now for Ember. Stigmatized Witch. Her casting is Charisma, I believe. Yep. Ember is pretty much always going to be a witch, and like keeping her witch to like keep going on hexes and other stuff is completely fine. I'm gonna buff her charisma as a result. She has really good persuasion. Holy shit, she has a bunch of ranks in persuasion. I'm okay with that actually. That means if we ever swap her out with Seela, she can negotiate. We don't need Knowledge Arcana because the MC is going that. And she's never going to outdo the main character in that regard. She's really close because of that +2 Elven Magic. But that puts her intelligence at 16 for purposes of determining Arcana. She's still not better. Where would I put it? I'm gonna use Magic Device. There we go. Oh, she gets... a free heal on every single party member. Cackle's good, but we don't have a bunch of debuffs yet. Yeah, I'm gonna give her healing, just so she can reach out and just smack everyone with a free heal once a day, and that's fine. And she gets a spell. A free level 2 spell. Well, a quote unquote free level 2 spell. What level 2 spell do I want with you? I kind of want to give you Hold Person. Because you're more about... No, I want to give you Glitter Dust. Do Glitter Dust. Because I want you to blind everyone and make everyone not invisible, etc. I think that's your best use. Yeah. Okay. Oh! The Monitor Lizard is here with 1 HP. Animal Companion. What? Gains extra troop in... Evasion, Devotion, Multi-Attack. Gives up. CMB when performing this maneuver. So make it trip more often and give it a bull rush. That's tempting. Daredevil. Mobility checks equal to half its hit die. Death touched. Why would I do that? Racers, fast movement, wrecker, sunder armor. No bully. Let's trip him. God, give bully to anyone with trip already and just like, hey, watch this. Because they're going to make the trip attempt anyways on an attack. So giving them extra bonuses to their check on that is, oh my god, that's terrifying. More athletics. I know. I can't eat when I'm talking, Millie. I know I'm aware too. It's a very sad affair. Okay. Millie looked at my food because we served dinner. I was gonna say, I was like, yeah. You want me to be able to eat it, and you know, like on time and not have to worry. Make it before 7. Yeah, you weren't bad. I would maybe in a case like this if we do it again, because we have more. I would do it like 3. Yeah, Millie looked at my meat, which is dried out a bit because, you know, I'm only able to take bites and such like when I'm not talking. And as you might have noticed, I talk a lot. I do love that you can give them knowledge arcana. Technically, it's just there's no reason to. One thing you can give animal companions that can actually be kind of good is perception. And then that's another person looking for traps, etc. And that's, you know, that's not bad. I'll probably give them the occasional rank of perception for exactly that reason. Hydrate. But I think for right now I'll give him a rank of mobility and a rank of athletics. The mobility to let him occasionally evade attacks of opportunity if I need to reposition him. But like later on I'll give him some points of perception. Like I want to give him... Actually, you know, I'm not going to reposition him a lot right away. I'll give him a point of perception just so he can help out with the trap finding. Talking makes for a dry mouth. Oh, and Millie had pets. She says yay. Feats. I instantly wanted to just pick dodge. I'm like, dodge, it's the best feat in the game. It's not the best feat in the game. It's a really good, like, level 1 feat, though, because, you know, like, AC is king. But it's not the best ability in the game. Weapon finesse, there's an argument to be made with weapon finesse to let us use our massive dex to smack things, but we're going to lose some of that quote-unquote massive dex when he grows bigger. So I'm not too worried about that. I think actually I will still go dodge because that AC is nice. That AC bonus. Oh, we can name him. Did the Adventure Path one have a name? No, it didn't have a name. Smiler. Why not? We'll call him Smiler. Cause he got a big old smile. Oh, and he leveled. Oh, okay. I'll give him that point in mobility now. Point in perception. There we go. Is he good? He's good? He's good. I think he's going to level again. No, don't go to the Market Square. Go to Defender's Heart. We are not ready to go back there. Our people kinda got fucked up. Just a bit. Luckily, we can also offload some of our stuff here. Which, you know, I'm all for. Did your Beth accept you? With open arms. She knows exactly who I am and where I'm from. She's come down with a convenient case of amnesia where I'm concerned. Who can blame her? Sees it in a bad way. Don't turn down help in a situation like this, no matter what quarter it comes from. How can you help us when we attack the raid garrison? I'll tell you straight, we're not getting involved in any fighting. Warriors we ain't. We can scout, sneak right under the demon's noses, look for traps, and if something's locked, we can get it open. In other words, we can smooth the path for your whole operation. And all you have to do is go in there and bump off the demons. Nothing to it. Alright. Don't go getting trapped under any rubble now. Yeah.
I know the way.
Alright, Jorn. Alright, let's sell some of this fucking loot that we really don't need. Like the composite longbow. Golden signet. Potions. Bazaars. I can't wait till they make new icons that make them stand out from certain other loot I'm used to selling in Kingmaker. Because my god, am I used to selling that? There. Oh, god damn it. Just like that, I almost sold that, but that's a crafting ingredient. Offer sells all junk, I believe. Oh my god, it does. I have been playing Kingmaker for so fucking long and not knowing about that, and for that matter, Wrath of the Righteous, and not knowing about that. Holy hot damn. Fuck yeah, I'm gonna take back the torches though. That's so good! That's so fucking good! Why have I never known about that? Oh, thank you so much, First Cast and Tonak. Oh my god, thank you. You have no idea how much of a pain in my ass that's been in the past. Alright, well, shit. Let's go ahead and sell the club with nails because we don't have anyone that has any need to use clubs. Of all things, it's not a terrible like offhand thing. It's just one of those things where it's like, it's not cold iron because it's a club. It's not amazingly enchanted, and it's just not something we're actually going to give anyone. So I'll sell that. Dark Horn. It is a +1 cold iron glaive. That's it. Just +1 cold iron glaive. If we had someone who would use two-handers, I mean, that's not bad. Just we don't. So that. That's actually good. I'm idly fucking around with a Blood Ranger. 1d3 negative damage? Did it say that? Did it say that? Oh, no, I see it there. Yeah. Why didn't it say that in the qualities? 1d3 negative damage. That's great until suddenly you're fighting undead, and then you're healing them. Like, I said, it's not terrible at all. These two weapons. I mean, yeah, it's the main thing is we don't have anyone I would really be wanting to use two-handers with. Currently. Like, the main person I could see using it could be Seele. Seele could make use of it. It is cold iron. So it would be effective against demons. Admittedly, the irony of Seele using a Baphomet weapon, but, you know, +1 hide armor, get out of here. You are utter garbage. No letter. Half plate +1. You're not garbage, but you're the unfortunate thing where you're worse than breastplates and full plate, and you're also worth a lot of gold. Cold iron short spear. I'm keeping that because a nice little +1 cold iron one-handed weapon could be useful in certain situations. I could give that to somebody because spears are simple. I could give that to anyone. I could give that to Ember. I don't know why I would unless something close to melee, but I could give that to him. And that wouldn't be terrible. I'd give that to anyone who is a dedicated melee. Like, I could give that to Wendell. Give her that and, like, a shield. For if something closes into melee with her. Yeah, I'll keep the cold iron short spear. Abrupt force. And no, I could just give her abrupt force at that point because it's +1 cold iron and it gives. Yeah, I'll just give her abrupt force at that point. +1 throwing axe. Our ranged people. Well, okay. Wait. That's good for, like, giving to Seele so she has a range option. Animal companions can wear our magic items now? Fuck yes! That's actually good. I'll give Seele the throwing axe so she has a ranged option that takes advantage of her strength. Abrupt force will go to Windwog. Ember can have the cold iron short spear. I'll keep the glaive too. I'm not super fond of the glaive, but you know, it's not bad. It's not terrible. Anyways, let's see here. All right, we have 6,851 gold to deal with. I love that this just plain, when it hits, it deals con damage. Demon hearts, yeah. They're crafting. A lot of the miscellaneous what is that bullshit is crafting ingredients because they don't use any good or new icons. It's... But crafting is a super new feature. The dagger's so good! It's not... They roll fortitude. It's just, if this hits, it does con. Like, put that in Woljef, congratulations, an enemy has, like, a couple turns to live. Can't lower the target's constitution ability score below 5. I'm sorry. If your constitution is at 5, you're already about to die.
Yeah, like, I wish there wasn't an option that was just so fucking good. Like, the attrition dagger, like, it's one downside. Like, I'm gonna keep using that for as long as I can. It's one downside, it's only a +1. Butcher of Undead. That is a great club. Gives a +1 against Undead. Priced similarly, nowhere near as good. It's shit. It's absolute shit. Like, I have no idea why that's 6,200. I'm like, okay, so it's a +1 great club that is over twice the cost of any other +1 weapon. I would rather buy the club with nails at that point. Yeah, it could at least be Bane. Yeah, no. Or like, give me like, oh, it does an extra 1d4 against undead. You know, whatever. I mean, I think that is Bane. Is 1d6 against a thing. But, you know, point is, give me something. Detainer, meanwhile, is actually kind of cool. Detainer's a really good crossbow. That's what you buy for, like, Ember or her to just, when they're sitting on the back line and they're just doing auto attacks, you buy that for them. +2 and 2d6 damage. Okay, so Bane's a bit better than I thought. Than I remembered it was. Devastating blow from above. Whenever the wielder of this +1 long spear lands a hit while mounted, it deals an additional 1d4 piercing damage. 6,500. That's not. I mean, it's. I say it's not worth it, but I'm like, well, if you're a cavalier, you're always mounted. So. Or ideally always mounted. Yeah, it's like, it's still not worth it. Yeah, no, none of this is worth 6,000 gold, yeah. I'm like, I'd pay 4,000. Yeah, no, that's the thing, is like, I'd pay 4,000. I wouldn't pay 6,500. Like, I'm happy paying 6,700 for a thing that does damage on every attack. But, yeah. Like, no, like Crossbow Force. +1 and do 2d4 to all enemies in a 10-foot radius. That, holy shit, that's amazing. Like, the more I read them, like, it just keeps getting better. What the fuck? I would not even get the dagger. So, here's the thing. That means, if an example, say someone's level 5. That means you hit them, congratulations. Congratulations, you hit them for the 1d4, and then you just also did 5 damage permanently. And they can't heal that, and their health is just gone. And that's every other attack with that. Is you're just dealing that extra wave damage that gets better the higher level they are. Sort by magic items? Yeah, hold on. Doesn't let me sort by magic items. Yeah, I can't sort by magic items. I'm sorry. Price. You know, that's right. That's a good idea. Price. Smasher is not. See, this is what I'm talking about. It's a +2 Earthbreaker. If it lands a crit, they get a save or they suffer 2 strength. Meanwhile, if this hits, they lose con. Unless they're immune to crit, unless they're immune to sneak attack. Like a lot of things are. A lot of things that are immune to sneak attack, though, won't be immune to con damage. The exception is undead because they don't have a con score, but you know.
You're right. It's 3.5 that has more immune to sneak. The main thing this would really fuck with, that this would actually suddenly make the rogue good again against. So you can't sneak attack barbarians. If they're equal or around the same level as you, congratulations, they're immune to your sneak attack. They're not immune to con damage, and you will affect their rage, you will affect their health, you will fuck with them so much by hitting their con. Like, this is the anti-barbarian dagger, is really what this is. Living Rams, okay, is okay. Like, I wouldn't pay 10,000 for it, but it's like okay, in that it's a nice +1 breastplate, which is already good. And it's like, if you charge, which is an action that I and others use frequently, you do an additional 1d6 bludgeoning damage. I'm like, okay, I'm interested. And then they have to pass a reflex saving throw of DC 17. So anything with an actual dex will probably make it. Most other things are going to instead fall on their ass. That's a decent thing. I still think it's overpriced, but yeah. That is definitely overpriced. That is so overpriced. I mean, it's holy damage. And I don't think there's anything that's resistant to holy damage. So, I mean, there's an argument to be made there. But, yeah. Like, this light crossbow of force is probably... Other than this light crossbow of force is probably the best one here. The merry-go-round's okay. Because, if they miss, the next attack they make, they do 1d6 damage. So it means no matter what, anytime you swing that, congratulations, you are going to do damage. If you're terrible at hitting, you're still going to hit. I mean, you're still going to do damage. If you're managing to hit, congratulations, you do 1d10. Basically what it means is, I'm going to do 1d10 damage to you. If I don't do 1d10 damage to you, I do 1d6 damage to you. Like, that's actually kind of really good. +2 bonus on attack rolls for all touch attacks. I have two problems with this weapon. I have two problems with the Pain Chandler. Number one, it's exotic. It's the main reason why I don't pick up Falshadas, because they're exotic 1d8 weapons. Speedin'! Damage on miss is awesome. Like that, the merry-go-round. I wish it wasn't on a heavy flail. But like my Blood Rager very well might just pick this up and be like, all right, I'm gonna just do this. The Pain Channeler, it's exotic. And it's a thing of like +2 bonus on attack rolls for all touch attacks. You're making it so that the only one who could benefit from this is going to be a very specific, the Bladebound Magus, or I don't think it's even called Bladebound in this. I think it's Sword Saint, who has then specialized into Falshata. That's the only person who can benefit from this, because everyone else, what the fuck? Unless it's a cleric that gains an Inquisitor that has a deity that has Falshata. I don't know if there's any deities that have Falshata. Sword Saint is Kensei. Magus also has Sword Saint. It has a specific archetype called Sword Saint. Kensei is also, meanwhile, a fighter archetype. Or did for some reason Owlcat rename things and move things around. Which, I mean, fine, because Kensei literally means sword same, but... Oh, their archetype is called Kensei in the tabletop. Yeah. Yeah. Roaring Hand Axe, +1 sonic damage. That's almost good because, again, very few things resist sonic. Alright, so that's brutal critical. That's not terrible. Butcher of Undead, trash. Yay! Good against foes, but you -3 to perception. Like, it's again one of those things where it's like, it's not worth 6,000. If I found that somewhere, I'd be very happy. I'm not happy paying 6,000 gold for it. If I found that somewhere, I'd put it on Seal and call it a day. Except I wouldn't put it on Seal. They're better off to ending late game anyway for the 1.5 strength bonus. No, yeah. Like, I mean, like, that's the main reason you wouldn't use the Falchata. Late game. But, yeah, early game, there's no reason to use this. Like, it's a cool sword on a terrible sword type. I mean, it's a cool enchantment on a terrible sword for the enchantment. If you put that on a rapier, I'd buy it instantly. If you put that on a rapier, I would literally put the dagger back and buy that. Because the rapier could benefit Dex Magus. It can benefit her. She doesn't really have a lot of touch attacks, but you know, like if she did, like the rapier, you can get some use out of. Because there's a lot more things that suddenly have access. Like bards could use it. I could see a lot of bards using it, but instead it's on a Falchata, so no one's gonna use it. Deceiving Facade, I need to buy that for her. I'm derping as her name at the moment. I need to buy that for her. Receives a critical hit. That's... Never mind. I thought that was when they dealt a critical hit. That's not as good as I thought, because you don't want to be crit. I mean, you can't control getting crit. Except you can, because you can get a high enough AC to ignore the confirms. Hey, thank you for the follow, High King David. I was much more excited about this when I thought it was when we crit. Because I thought that was like a, hey, look, as a bonus because you crit, you get mirror image. It says it's... I mean, I guess after you get crit is when you want to have mirror image up because you want to not get hit again because holy shit. But, you know, Sickle. I mean, acid damage is fine. Marching Terror, we already sold because we didn't have anyone with glaives. And it's an AoE save, which is why it's not bad and why, like my Blood Rager will totally use this for a bit, but yeah. Armor Vigilance, what, +4 AC against sneak attacks. This would be okay if we didn't have no other, like, other armor options, that'd be fine. And then, of course, just +1 stuff. Which is fine. +1 stuff is good. There's nothing wrong with +1 stuff. Alright, well. Star Knife. I had to double check. I'm like, is Star Knife thrown? The answer is no. Yeah, but then just Massworks and etc. Okay, so we're going to go ahead and take the bullshit dagger. Okay, Woljif. I guess we can also take a look at... Oh, we're just right into the level up screen. Okay, Nenio, you're a scroll savant. That's okay. Your opposition school is necromancy, so you are literally my arch nemesis. You have said necromancy is bullshit, and meanwhile I'm a necromancer. Alright, fuck you. And abjuration. Why would you make Abjuration your opposition school? Oh, wait. Wait. Opposition school doesn't mean you can't take spells from it. I forgot it doesn't mean that you can't take spells from it. However, Specialist School Illusion. I mean, of all the schools to specialize in, Illusion is alright. And then he has no concept of right and wrong. Like, I'm all for making Necromancy an opposition school because, like, you can get by without Necromancy spells just fine. Yeah, that's the other older opposition. Yeah, I was thinking 3.5 where if you specialized, you had to give up a school entirely. And so I was like, Abjuration as your opposition school? Fuck off. I'm not going without Mage Armor. Although Mage Armor is Conjuration in 3.5. Abjuration is Shield. And why would you go without Shield? Holy shit. Of all the spells to give up, do not give up Shield. You are leveled up and... I like her art. I kind of like her art. It's kind of neat. I mean, that will help her range touch attacks. That will help her AC. That will help her. So I will take this 1 point in Dex because it does help a lot. It helps more than you think it would. But afterwards, we're going all the way because, you know, we need that. We need your DCs as high as possible because you're a wizard. Oh, you already had Knowledge Arcana and use Magic Device. Well, okay. I mean, heck, welcome to being our knowledge person. I'm actually gonna lower your Knowledge Arcana because we have Rin. But there's nothing else that we really put in. There we go. Fuck off. Take one of these. They're your favorite school. Except none of these have anything to do with DCs. Yeah, no, I won't take these because, you know, it's not good. Protection from alignment and communal. That's good. Resist energy is fine. Protection from arrows, that's fine. Admittedly, like, at this level, the only Abjuration spell I'd get for Nenio would be Protection from Alignment Communal. It's a shame she doesn't get Blindness. Alright, you can have Mirror Image because it's a good spell. There's nothing wrong with Mirror Image. But as far as other spells I would want on her, I don't even know I'm going to really have her around a bunch. See invisibility, because we don't have invisibility. No, wait. Woljif has see invisibility. We don't need to worry about having see invisibility, because A, he can craft a scroll, because he has that, and B, fucking, we already have someone for it who is going to be in our party. Let's give you fucking... Alright, I guess just take invisibility. +1 enchantment TC. Hold on. Yeah. Another person casts Hideous Laughter. That's fine. Because, unfortunately, Rin cannot craft scrolls. Okay. Now, unfortunately, we're just about out of time tonight.
But we made it back to Defender's Heart, which is fine. We did a big round of leveling up, which is important to do. Why are we being pulled over here? Why are we being pulled over here? I'm okay with this, but why are we being pulled over here? Oh! Beyond the walls of the tavern, the once bustling and festive city lies in ruins, but somehow none of that can be felt within these walls. People in the room are talking, laughing, raising toasts, even softly singing. This doesn't look like typical tavern revelry, nor is it the grim vigilance of recent days. Celia waves to you. She's singing at a table with a trio you've met previously. The knight, the half-elf, and red-headed halfling. Ren, come, let me properly introduce you to Elin, Janna, and Curl, the fearless warriors of the League of the Inspiring Cart. It was me who convinced Irabeth to use what Janna, Curl, and Elin found for a little party. Look out the window, you might think the end times have come and the abyss has devoured us all. I thought some simple pleasures, good food and good company, could help keep the gloom at bay. She looks at you hesitantly, as if trying to gauge your reaction. Rin, as I've mentioned, so I've mentioned this before, and so the people who watch on YouTube and such might get annoyed with me, but you know, we also have people who might also not have caught that, etc. Rin isn't evil because she's a mean person. She fully believes in enjoying life and that happiness is something amazing and happiness should be preserved. The reason she's evil is because she believes that the biggest cause of suffering and sadness in this world is death. You lose a loved one, you're sad, you're miserable, you know, constantly worrying about food or the loss of your own life is what causes wars, etc. You know, you might fight against your neighbor for food, you might fight against another village because you decide that your village needs to be supplied and they don't, etc. All this constant worry about death, the loss of your own life, and the loss of loved one lives is the cause of suffering for her. So therefore, the answer is to have everyone as undead. If everyone could be undead, especially carefully preserved undead that weren't necessarily rotting, then there'd be no war, there'd be no suffering, everything would be great, right? So she wants to murder the entire world and raise them into death, and that's why she's evil. For perfectly nice and wonderful reasons. She's a bit fucked in the head. But so in this situation, she's all for having a party. Everything is miserable. Let's have what happiness we can. Who? Rin, my main character. Zetran here. My Magus Necromancer. And that's the entire reason she's going to go Lich. Is she needs the time and the power to bring about her ultimate ideal, a world of undead. Allow me to declare my support for Sela's decision as well. Experience tells me that we should shed no tears until after our victory. If we start to mourn the fallen while the battle is still raging, we'll be jeopardizing all our efforts. Now is the time for rest. We'll bury the dead after the last demon has been driven from Kenabris. Hey, are we just gonna sit here with grim faces? I said we get to know each other a little better, so we have reasons to toast. Well, tell me about you and your order, Elin. As stories go, it's not very entertaining. I was born far to the south in Endorhan. I lost my parents early, loved the life of a simple mercenary, I often questioned the path I had chosen. I'm proud of my sword skills, I enjoy training in drills, I am not afraid of battle. Risking your life for coin? It's a special mindset to choose that lot with no regrets. You have to want to risk your blood. I saw too many of my friends die, I wonder if that was worth it. So in the end I decided to choose another path. Now if I'm going to lay down my life, at least it'll be for a good cause. That's how I ended up in Mendeb and became a squire for the Houndhearts. Small order. Our tradition never has more than 12 members, and a new member is only knighted after one of the elders dies. We patrol lands along the Wardstone line and provide aid to travelers and settlers. Fortunately, death is common among the Houndhearts. I became a full knight 2 years ago after laying my mentor to rest. I'm content with my choice. My place is among the Crusaders. Have you been serving the Eagle Watch for long, Janna? I signed up 4 days before the demon attack. Am I lucky or what? I'm an apprentice of a famous fencing master from Mivon. I learned a thing or two from him, believe me.
Soon got bored of fighting off bandits and getting involved in petty squabbles of the bickering river kingdoms. Wanted a proper challenge. Can't find better place than Mendev. What do you know, the moment I arrived, the demonic invasion began. My father would say there's no accident. Fate brought me here. Yep. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Rin's dangerous in that her ideals and her goals make sense in a certain light, and it's why she's 100% convinced of them. And she was actually converted by someone else. Back in her story, back when I was playing her, she was converted by someone else, and she became very dangerous because whilst she wasn't good at convincing people, she had what the person she served and the person who taught her didn't have. Power. She was good in a fight. And so her entire goal was to bring about his vision. Because to her, it made perfect sense. It's the one saving grace she had. If she was an Eldritch Scion, as an example, and people ask me why I didn't make her an Eldritch Scion. Rin isn't good at talking, isn't good with people, isn't good at convincing others. Because if she had the power, the skill, this idea, and was also good at talking and good at convincing, she'd have a fucking cult following her. Instead, she's very blunt and forward, and very much everyone should do this because it's obviously the most logical choice. And they're like, I'm not gonna go fucking undead because it's a terrible thing. And she's like, I don't understand you. She doesn't try to reason with them or convince them, and that's why she has like a -2 charisma. She's too logical and blunt. What about you, Curl? How'd you end up among the condemned? I just did what everyone else was doing. I grew up in the slums where everyone stole a little, or maybe smuggled or guarded stashes, so... But I never killed anybody, never did anything really bad. I got caught stealing, and when they made me choose between prison and the condemned, well, of course I didn't want to go to prison. Not that good a fighter, but as Norgriber is my witness, a thief can also be useful in war against demons. I've always been a good scout. I can sneak under the nose of any monster. But I don't know where my friends are now. We got separated when the demons rampaged through the city. Chin up, friend. Whoever you were in the past, you're our friend now, and a crusader. Skills will be useful to us, you'll see. How do all of you know Sela? I met my noble sister on the road to Canabras. I was journeying from the south from my fiancée. I was happy to be in the company of a paladin of Iomedae. We said our farewells at the city gates, and I went north along the road to Dresden, to my order's camp. The demons attacked us there at the same time they struck Canabras, but we managed to fight them off. We hurried to the city's aid and joined forces with the Eagle Watch. All my fellow Handhearts were wounded during the battle in the streets. And last night my order can still fight. So good to see Sela again. Every loyal heart counts these days. I met Sela at a tavern in Canabras, before the attack, of course. So that few would sit at a table with the condemned. Knights usually don't even look at us, but Sela's different. I knew at the moment I saw her. That's what made me know Sela too. So I sat down and talked to her. Never understood why everyone treated the condemned so horribly. I still don't. Well, Curl's a great lad. So after that night, Sela and I went around the taverns together every day. Mendev is an amazing place. People from all over the world come here, for glory, redemption, or to help those in trouble. And they always find each other. This might be the best place in the world to find like-minded people and friends. That was a toast, in case you didn't notice. Did you call me over just because, or is something the matter? I didn't just want to talk about today's celebration. See, Elin is in trouble. I want to help him, and I don't know anyone else in the city I can turn to. His fellow knights were all wounded in battle. Bad idea, sister. I told you. I don't want to bother anyone else with my problems. I need to handle them on my own. Oh, come on. Hiding your sadness from your friends is no way to live. Girl's right. Rin helped me find you. Without her help, I'd still be looking for you all over Canabras. So, Elan, come on. Stop being so stubborn. Tell me more. In all truth, I do not wish to impose. My problems are just minor troubles. Paladin of Iomedae and her friends certainly have more important things to do, especially now that Canabras has been overrun with demons. If I've learned anything in life, it's that there's nothing minor about good and evil. Take 3 of you, for example. Seems like all you did was save one card from some imps. Look how many people are happy now. That feat will never be sung of in songs. Who knows? Maybe thanks to this one joyous hour of peace and rest, defenders of Canterbury will find the strength to protect this city. I talk too much, don't I? Well, Sir Elin, I want to help you. My reputation as a holy warrior of Iomedae won't suffer if it's more of a minor adventure than a glorious feat. Alright, I'll explain. The life of a crusader has given me more than just a purpose and a chance to serve a righteous cause. When I abandoned the life of a mercenary and came to Mendev, I gained something else I never expected. It's here that I met... male ladies here, forgive me. The finest girl in the world. It's a miracle she found any love in her own heart for a bungler like me, but I'm not about to let this miracle go. Even the demon lord Discari and all his demon army can stand in my way. Luckily, my beloved is now safely away from Canterbury. For half a year I've been gaining up my courage to propose to her. I even ordered a ring from Derek Sunhammer, the best jeweler in Mendev. Independent nightly orders live mostly off donations. I'm not what you would call rich, but I so want to make Kiana happy. It took me 3 months to find a jewel the same shade as her eyes, and twice as long to string together enough money. Master Derek's work was worth it, but I lost the ring during the demon attack. I'll probably never find a worthy replacement. The ring is most likely still at the Houndhearts camp outside the city. Elin and his friends didn't have the time to pack up their camp. First, demons ambushed them, and then they rushed off to help Canterbury. I think we should at least go there and check. Not right now, of course, but once the situation in the city is under control. What can we run into in the camp? My friends and I killed 2 large demons attacking the camp, then rode straight to the sea without spending any more time cleaning up the rest in their band. It's only a few imps, but they might still be at the camp. Of course, that was a while ago. The camp was attacked at the same time as the Wardstone Main Square, and I haven't been back there since. Sure. Thanks for agreeing to help. Milan's a good man and a true knight. I think the world should repay those who are so devoted to doing good. Let's help him, so he can propose to his beloved the way he wanted. Seela, I hope you can convince Erebeth to let me go with you when we do this. I don't want to be parted from my friends. Of course, if the League of the Inspiring Card has come together in this dark hour, we must continue our onward together. Oh, the League of the Inspiring Card. It's cute. Anyways, we need to, unfortunately, we need to rest because holy shit, our party needs to rest. But also, resting took 13 hours. I forgot to fuck. Hold on. I'll do that on my own time. I will fix that on my own time. I forgot to select the spells. That's my bad. But I will select those and fix that later. But for right now, unfortunately, as it is almost 11 and I do unfortunately have work in the morning, I did forget to spec spells again, Zarin. I did. I'm bad about that. We're gonna go ahead and stop here for the night because I have to work in the morning. It's been a good long run, and we were back at Defender's Heart. Next time we'll be hitting some of the other locations, such as the Tower of Estrad, some of the miscellaneous places. We're going to hit Hargisk Worm's estate, and a few other locations. The square is the big location, so that's why it took so long. But next time we will go on ahead, we will do more things, we'll probably make decent progress towards level 5. I love how ever so slowly Rin's alignment is creeping towards good. That's generally how she is, where it's like people are like, oh wow, she's such a nice person. What's her alignment? Lawful evil. Why? And then she'll do something utterly heinous without a second thought, and people were like, what the fuck? But for now, though, we're going to go ahead and get some sleep. Next time, tomorrow, we will be playing more Wrath of the Righteous, and we'll be seeing what we can get into. But for now, do take care. I'm going to finish my meat. Later. And of course, if any of you who are watching are really curious and want to join the Discord so you have the most up-to-date information, there's a little link in the chat now. And you can go ahead and join at your leisure or not, and that's fine. But for now, do take care.